Hello, and welcome to D4, where I, Dustin,
and I, Devin, co-DM a 5th edition game of Dungeons
and Dragons. That's right, both of them.
Yes. It was weird not to have the woo this time.
I know. But it's all good.
I did that on purpose.
So, a little bit of announcements. Tomorrow, I will be leaving for a trip halfway around the world.
How dare you?
Sadly, I will be gone for most of September. But worry not, for the story shall continue as Dustin will lead the BFGs in their confrontation with the Cult of the Eye as they leave Waterdeep in search of pieces of a broken mythalar that could help save the world of Toril. Also, my parting brings gifts. Yes. This month is September and includes multi-month discounts for new subscribers off the first term of the subscription. The longer you sub, the more you save, with 20% off the 1 month, 25% off a 3-month, and 30% off a 6-month subscription at any tier. But make sure to do that on web only. So, yeah.
Yep. We also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors: Die Hard Dice,
Yeah.
D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
Beetle and Grimm's,
Yeah.
Eldritch Foundry,
Yeah.
and Meeple Madness.
Yeah.
Make sure to get your free Idle Champions code right down there for a free chest at the bottom of the screen, for those of you watching on Twitch. We will also still have our Eldritch Foundry giveaway, so look for the prompt in chat for your chance to win a $50 gift card to Eldritch Foundry by entering #Eldritch.
As you can see, we have a group of some familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces gracing our table this evening as we run a special one-shot for many of our friends that were in town and available this weekend.
You just picked us off the streets is what you're like, get this guy in there, maybe this guy.
Fits, okay?
But even though we have familiar faces, they may not be playing familiar characters. So let's have everyone introduce themselves and tell us who you're playing, a small description of what they look like, including their race and class. Let's start on this side. CB.
I don't like that. Hi.
You look me straight in the eyes, and now
I surely do. You know me.
It's a challenge.
It is a challenge. Hi, my name's Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. My pronouns are he and they. I'm a professional actor, vocalist, all that. You know who I am. Today, I am playing Magnus Escalon, a loyal, retired, but still loyal captain of the Waterdeep Guard. You'll find out more about him if you keep watching.
Hello, it's me. I know you recognize me. I'm Ray of Sunshine. I'm here playing a character that you might actually already know. Currently, he goes by the name Red, but you might know him as Reddard. The sweet, sweet little criminal that we picked up in the sewers in, episode 3. Yeah, it's me. And now, I'm a variant human fighter, and I'm just gorgeous with my middle part, the edgy boy, just...
That 90s cut.
Yeah, he just looks like he has a troubled past, and you want to help him. Yeah,
That's
so...
a problem.
It's not wrong.
That's a whole problem.
I'm a whole... I could have a show on the CW, for sure.
Bailey.
Hello, my name is Bailey Jones. You may talk to me sometimes in the D4 chat as the channel. I am the technical director for D4, so you may talk to me sometimes. I don't know. Tonight, I am playing also a variant human fighter. His name is Leon Aiello. He's a tall boy. He's like 6'4", 240. He's got a sick Sam Elliott mustache. Yeah, big boy.
Sounds great.
Hi, I'm Jessica Skellington. I too am usually behind the scenes feeding the peoples here.
Thank you very much.
That's
Literally.
Feeding the peoples in the meeples. Tonight I am playing Mitra. She is a rock gnome rogue thief. Yeah.
Sounds great. KP.
Oh, it's my turn. Hi, my name's KP. I go by KP11 Studios in all your social medias. And tonight, I will be playing Admani, who is a fire genasi artificer, specifically a I'm having a blank moment.
Alchemist.
Alchemist, thank you. I was like, beakers. Beakers? What does that do? Beakers? Beakers? But yes, alchemist. And his entire thing is he has beef with the gods. He doesn't care for them. And he thinks that we can do all they can do on our own. And yeah, and he's out there to prove that point.
Finally getting you, over here on a Sunday.
This has been in the works forever.
Yeah.
And
3
finally-
years, we finally have been able to literally cross the
And
streams.
we will settle who the true Devon is.
This entire game is going to be you guys just fighting it out.
Yeah.
No, there's a fist fight in the parking lot after.
Oh yeah.
It does feel very Kronk, like it's all coming together vibes. Some of you might know me. My name's Devin. I'm from it's almost like a sister stream.
Yeah.
Total Party Chill. We're also on Sundays, but we're taking a break because I want to be here. Because I want to be here playing with y'all in this beautiful studio. Today I'll be playing Rook, who's a soft boy. He took a cushy job with the church. And he's more of a philosopher, he's spiritual, not religious. And I'm really excited to bring him and play with all you today.
I should mention that I'd never said anything about my character other than their name. He is the opposite of soft. He is very grump.
Yes.
All grump.
Warning.
I'm playing a human, and he looks just like me. I was just gonna be. This will be my canon character.
No, that's cute. Don't die.
Oh no, there's stakes on it now.
Now that we've all met these Waterdavians, because this is not an adventuring group this time. No. And now that you've all fallen in love with them and the players that are playing them, without further ado, let's immerse ourselves
Into the chronicles of the ruins of Splendor.
But let's start with God's Day. A beautiful holiday of peace and solidarity where the city is alive in remembrance and commemoration of the end of the time of troubles. A time to reflect respectfully on the people and the gods toil lost when the gods were humbled into mortals and then returned into the heavens. As Waterdavians, you all would know and be accustomed to seeing people happily and openly celebrating their religion without impediment, no matter what that god's influence is on the world, at least for this one day.
You also know that on this day, it is known that magic is strictly prohibited in remembrance of the wild magic that caused chaos due to the time of troubles. Magnus, for you, this might be one of the only days you ever cared for as a city guard, for it was also colloquially known as Be Kind to the Guard and Watch Day. A day where the citizens would show gratitude for your work and sacrifice through kind gestures, words, and even small gifts, not considered worth enough to be a bribe.
However, even on this day of celebration, it is hard for you all not to feel a little somber. The City of Splendors, in the crown of the north, just lost its beacon of hope yesterday as the open lord and city leader Laurel Silverhand was voted out by the Masked Lord Council. The city has also been in a lot of turmoil as of late. Rumors spread of 2 different Manshoons. A new and deadlier Xanathar lurks in the shadows, and possibly a grotesquely twisted cult is come for your beloved city. You know many Waterdavians are probably praying for safety from these dark entities in the hopes of brighter futures.
Fire. Ruin, eruptions, cries, and screams. Blood fills the cracks of the cobblestone streets of this once shining beacon of beauty, wealth, diversity, and innovation. Thunder echoes out as the guardian walking statues, things you possibly once thought of as just grand sculptures with silly myths and legends created about them, now truly walk, proving legends true. In their wake lies only destruction as their towering forms brush against the clouds as their feet trample the city in pursuit of the thing that awakened their magic of protection.
We're going to go down and find out where all of you were at the time the cataclysm began. Let's go to Rook. On this glorious day, as you are a devout man, where did you find yourself in the City of Splendors?
It's God's day, so we were at the temple, ready with everyone. It was quite the get together. I was gonna get to see. I thought I might be up for a promotion soon, and gotta get FaceTime with everyone, and then it all went terribly wrong.
You first found yourself at the Font of Knowledge and the Temple of Agma, but you then learned that the Savant, the High Priestess, was going to be making a speech and spreading the good word of Agma to many Water Davians in the Southern Ward at the Plinth, the tower of all deific entities, where every shrine can be found, where every high priest and ministry was going to be that day.
You found yourself in the back of the crowd at the celebration ceremonies at the Plinth, Waterdeep's Tower of Holy Shrines, and you watched it explode in blue spellfire before collapsing on top of every high priest in the city as they were inside the tower. You tried to move forward through the panicking crowd as a trio fought against a wicked hag with too many eyes and mouths across her form. You were nearly trampled by the crowd as you could not push forward before you watched the birth of a gargantuan elder evil of hooves, writhing tendrils, endless eyes, and chittering mouths across an unfathomable form. It almost twisted your mind just looking upon it, but then you heard the statues and knew you could help elsewhere if you can survive to do so.
Edmani, where did you find yourself in this day, since you are the exact opposite of Rook? You are a man that believes that he can find his own salvation, as the gods have no favor for you, and you have no favor for them.
You find me walk away from the bleating sheep that go about calling for whatever entity is above there, and instead, I'm just doing my job today. I have recently come across a brand new research and created a fantastical new item, and I wish to sell it and go about my day. I believe Castle
Castle Ward is
Castle Ward, yes.
where you're going.
Yes.
Where you work is you are a guild member,
Yes.
officially citizen of Waterdeep, and the House of Healing is in the North Ward, but just at the
Yes.
precipice of Castle and Trades, where the Guild of Apothecary.
Yes. So
But you've taken your new wares and you've tried to find. You've gone to some of the potion shops, many of which find themselves either in the Castle Ward or the Southern Ward. But as you're making your way, the earth trembles and shook as you heard a massive explosion in the south, followed by a torrent of horrific screams, some seeming unhuman, as they echoed down the city streets. And the earth, as I said, trembled and shook, and you saw cracks in the ground as if the city itself was trembling in fear. Before you looked up and saw one of the walking statues shudder as if trying to move. something you have never seen before. And hundreds of people begin to panic as they scatter through the city streets, some of them trying to escape the hollowed out forms of the statue they now call home, as the castle ward holds 6 of these 8 colossal beings, and they all seem to be going towards the explosion in the south, leaving you in the middle of their wake.
You just hear him go, shit.
Mitra.
So with all the people hanging around, is a perfect opportunity to get some money. So she was walking around just pickpocketing the entire time during God's Day because nobody's paying attention to little old me. Just run through the crowd. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. So that's what she was doing. She doesn't give a shit about the fact that it was God's Day. It was just an opportunity for her to get some money.
Yep.
See what she could steal.
And the best place to do that with the largest crowd was at the plinth, where there was hundreds of people lined up to hear the high priests of the city speak. And this was probably the easiest day that you have ever been able to pick pockets. Almost no one among the crowd even noticed you, as you just slipped your hand in money pouch here, coin purse there, pocket here and there, just getting all sorts of coin and baubles.
It was also very easy because a lot of the money people were carrying were probably going to be tithes from when the plinth opened up to the crowd once the celebrations were over. But that's not what you saw. You were halfway through when the plinth exploded in blue spellfire and collapsed upon all of the high priests and ministries as you two, just like Rook, watched the crowd erupt into panic, at least half of them. You were picking the pocket of someone that did not move, seemed eerily stuck, their eyes facing forward to a battle between a hag, a paladin, and a mage, before another fire explosion happened. You're not sure if that's what caused it, but very soon after.
You found yourself unable to move, just looking, and you realized that your hand was still in the coin purse. As you look back, your hand was not in a coin purse. It was in a writhing mass of tendrils and tentacles as the person you were pickpocketing mutated in front of you.
Oh, fuck that.
You felt the pocket become wet and warm.
It's an abomination.
I don't like it. Want my hand out.
Yeah, as a tongue tried to wrap around your hand. And it's that moment that you see an ungodly creature be birthed from the death of all of those that were godly. And there is the massive form of the mother of monsters, dripping with black ichor. And it is all you can do to stave your mind and hide as the chaos ensues.
Crying.
Yeah.
Leon, where were you? What were you doing on God's Day?
I really enjoy people watching. I'm not a godly man myself, but I enjoy the event of it. I'm definitely comforted by the presence of other people, and the sheer number of them it's like my heaven right now.
Well, there's a number of people you do find yourself amongst. That you may have wanted to go somewhere to be very similar to the plinth. But there's another group of people you consider a brotherhood.
Right.
As you were approached by one of them and asked you for your help to possibly take down Manchun, the Xanathar, or both. In an intense moment, you found yourself ranged weapon in hand, your maul at the ready for close quarter combat as a standoff between all three factions. We're waiting for who was going to be the target. An explosion then catalyzed a hail of crossbow bolts from every direction.
Surprised, you watched a hobgoblin turn against his ally and kill the man that took over the position of the Xanathar. However, in the death of the Xanathar, his blood resulted in the rebirth of Baal, the god of murder. Blood began to pour from the wound and pool into creatures of liquid crimson, and as you ran under command and orders, as you watched those around you go, you began to think of your daughter. You watched as the god of murder, who was then himself murdered by Bane, the god of strife.
Oh yeah, you missed a lot. You need to catch up.
We're going to die.
Here's some gods. Go fight them. Oh, fuck.
Welcome to God's Day.
Hope you brought a snack.
Reddard,
No.
you've had a troubled past. But a group of adventurers found you and saved you, but one in particular trained you. And in this training led you to a path away from what was your father's path. A path of injustice and...
Being a filthy dirtbag. Like, I didn't want to be like that.
But you are no longer that. So where do you find yourself on God's Day?
Well, originally, I had a date planned for the day, but I work for the Order of the Gauntlet now, and we received a troubling letter warning us that something bad was about to happen, so I canceled my date, and now I'm on standby, just waiting.
Okay.
Also, I go by Red now. Unnamed NPC that I'm talking to. Leave me alone.
And yeah, you found yourself in the halls of justice, the Temple of Tyr, but not for worship and celebration. Instead, you were being debriefed on that warning by a lizard folk in a dirty lab coat with a terrible lisp.
He talks to me about the group of adventurers that I know a lot. It's cool that he's friends with them, but I just want to make my own name.
He spoke of the Dead Three, Bane, Baal, and Mercule, as well as a cult of elder evils looking to take revenge against Ea. You heard whispers of these things before, but this was almost like a call to action. And soon after he left to head somewhere into the city, you see Savra Bellabranta, one of the leaders within the Gauntlet, start delegating and giving people operation missions and things to do throughout the city.
I'll just start making my way that way to her.
It wasn't long before the soft sound of an explosion far away caught the ear of those within the church as they began to pour out into the streets. And that's when a dark swirl of clouds appeared over this section of the city. Many of your fellow knights ushered forth to investigate if needed, as you followed not too far behind. The sky turned dark, sickly green as Mercule, the former god of death, appeared above Blackstaff Tower, and you watched him rip the souls from your friends' bodies and reanimate them into a horde of undead that spread through the city. If not for the silver fire of a Laurel Silverhand and the flyby aid of a starry dragon seeming to be made of a constellation, you may not have made it out alive. And that is when you watched the encroaching massive form of the Sahagwan, humbled statue, block out the sun above you like an eclipse of doom as it stumbles toward the south.
I think he just looks up and goes, okay. And just starts running. All right.
Just another day.
Yeah.
Tracks.
Magnus, for you, This might be a day just like any other. You're enjoying your retirement. You made it to retirement. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But what is Magnus doing on this holy day?
At this particular moment, Magnus is probably within their home, also within the castle ward. Probably somewhat meticulously shining and cleaning their armor that they haven't worn in a long time. They put it on every so often and just make sure it still fits, because you never know when the moment will arise when you need to put it back on and step back into the fray. But also, there's a level of you've done a service. Allow yourself some peace and happiness, and allow yourself to accept the support from the citizens of Waterdeep. So he is getting ready to put the armor on and step outside. Not wanting to see anyone on his lawn, but this day you can slightly not trample, just tippy toe on his lawn. But right now he's currently shining his plate armor.
You can see the dented and re-hammered out multiple times, dozens of repaired cracks that have been fixed and patched.
Well-loved armor.
And every so often you see he'll wipe his brow and he'll hit where the horns he used to have are now completely almost not shaved down but broken, but now to a point where they're just a part of who he is. Just kind of touch that moment and just here we go.
Because while you're doing this, maybe polishing it up, because at some point the people that are old enough to remember your service to the city would still stop by and thank you and maybe offer you some gifts on this day of being kind to the guards and watch.
They know I'm allergic to saffron. Don't let them give me any saffron. Thank you.
But it's not knocks that you hear. It's chaos. Soft chaos at this moment. Screams, maybe screams of celebration. Or it's just another day in Waterdeep.
I think there's a moment of looking out, kind of turning, and just shaking his head, going back to the thing, just taking that rag and polishing on. Damn kids.
It's that moment that whatever you're drinking, or the polish you're using, ripples. And stops. Ripples again. You hear a soft thud. It starts to grow more and more. The crescendo of thunderous stampede as it grows with many others. And you hear those screams outside grow louder and louder.
He will take a moment to there's 3 beats. The first beat is okay, it's happening. The second beat is okay, it's still happening. The third beat is it's not going to stop happening. And he immediately grabs the armor, just holds it in his hand for now, almost under his shoulder, and he bursts through his door to see what's going on.
And as you burst out, you see 6 towering figures, the colossal statues that all live within the castle ward, are moving towards the south.
You see remnants of the tavern that was built around the Godcatcher crumbling away from it. You see people falling to their deaths, hanging on, who were still in the tavern as it stepped up and awoken, coming alive as it moves towards something to the south.
There's a moment as he's watching, and that's that you want to move, but your body's not letting you. State of shock type of moment. And as he stares, you see the subtle flicker of something around his broken horns, but it goes away. Oh shit, here we go again. and he just steps back in to go grab his stuff and get ready. Because
Yep.
he knows he needs to step out.
Take the 10 minutes to don your armor as you get ready for battle. And whether you all are seeking shelter or seeking to help others, we need everyone to first make a dexterity saving throw.
Or nor Cleor.
A deck save?
Yep.
What's my situational bonus? Hold up.
Wait, is this something I can see coming?
I will say this. It is something yes, you will be able to see it coming. It's literally happening all around you. If you so choose, you can negate a roll by spending a spell slot of first level or higher. I know that's very limited at this table, but you can't choose to do it after you roll. You can say, I'm not rolling, I'm spending the spell slot. And then you'll be able to describe however you want to use that magic in order to help and aid you.
Could I use my shield master feat with this? Because I know what this deck save is because
Yeah.
I've made it before, but it specifically says harmful effects that target only you.
Most of these are AoE, just in size. It's not a
Okay.
direct
Cool.
attack, so no.
Just wanted to double check. Oh, I didn't need it.
15 for me.
15?
Okay.
18.
11.
17.
15.
I go to 2.
All right.
It's good knowing you.
It was good times. Thanks.
It's fantastic.
Get my
Just
way out of here.
Real quick, if this character dies tonight, it's on.
We're fighting you.
Yeah.
I was joking
This table
before about
will
the fist
flip.
fight in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But Leon and Rook.
So you're going to just mechanically, you're going to take 11 points of damage, bludgeoning, to be specific. As you're moving, Rook, like almost stumbling, like in shock, like not believing what you just saw. Something heavy lands onto you, knocking you to the ground. That moment where like everything goes black for a moment as you just get hit on like by something hard and like knocks you to, and you kind of roll up and look over and you realize that it was a body, and you push it off of you and you can actually see that it was one of the Griffin Riders, whose body is now mangled as it has fallen from an unknown height up high, neck twisted in a way that it should not be twisted, as it just, the eyes stare up at you.
Wait, no, get up, feel up, come on. Cure wounds.
And you can see that you can spin the spell if you initially would do so.
Yeah.
But this man has suffered critical damage in the sense that it has caused him to instantly die.
We need someone. Help.
And you shout help to a city in chaos.
Others also screaming for help.
Which we'll get to that in a second.
All of this chaos.
Leon,
Oh yeah, Leon.
you immediately moving towards the last place you left your daughter. Running as quickly as you can when there is a shadow over you. As you look up and you see a tentacle the size of the tallest building in Waterdeep that slams into a building as something you did not catch the full view of it, only the tendril, as the building crumbles.
Shatters, explodes in every direction against the weight and shudder of this form. You try and dive out of the way as you see massive boulders of rock, stone, wood, glass fall across the entire street against the crowd. All of this chaos spreads as people begin to tear each other apart in fear, trying to survive. And for the next couple of hours, the city you have all come to love feels like a war zone. An antagonist seeking to destroy you as buildings begin to fall. Statues trample the city and her citizens as undead, blood spawn, and aberrations begin to flood the city. You only get glimpses of the creature too horrific for words. The statues are trying to fight. From around corners, over the tops of city skylines, or through alleyways as buildings are being destroyed as if they were made of paper mache and cardboard.
To add horror to the scene, you hear and see the thudding of the city's griffin riders falling from the sky as their forms slam against the cobblestones, crack and twist like rag dolls off buildings and awnings as they get too close to this unfathomable evil. Bodies litter the streets like broken toys discarded by an uncaring, clumsy toddler. Some rise as undead adding to their horde. Others have their blood drained as monstrosities of amoebic crimson fluid sulk through the shadows, but the worst are those whose form is touched by the seeping black ichor from the Mother of Monsters as they twist into horrific forms of writhing tendrils, stammering hooves, and undulating flesh.
Oh, not the undulating word. I hate that word.
And if everybody can also make a strength save as you're making your way through these city and troubling.
You said everybody?
Everybody.
Except
what?
for you. Strength.
Strength save.
22.
Oh,
That's good. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights.
That's one.
Oh, this is a lot of fun.
If you
I
die,
am a very soft boy inside and out.
Yes.
Feels really good knowing you.
Reddard.
24.
24.
I'm just pushing.
No,
Yeah.
20, 28 total.
Nice.
Mitra.
Mitra?
7.
There it is.
6.
6, yeah.
That was a 1.
Oh, yeah.
can I cancel that crit, please?
Saving throw, right? This was saving throw.
This was a saving throw, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but it still was a 1. And
Yeah,
I got plus 0 as well.
So, a 1.
Yeah, so a 1-1, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
left side of the
boy.
table, could we go ahead and
Fix it.
do some juju on the dice, something?
So Mitra, Admani, and Rook. That half of the table.
Yep.
You all take
Literally.
16 points of damage as from this debris of things exploding, the trampling statues fighting this beast and the other creatures that are around. You find yourself at some point, you dodged the second
Hi.
crashing, but now found yourself trapped under a pile of rubble as you have to push your way out.
Just body check it.
But as you do, you hear or feel your muscles strain and give way. Your shoulder pops out of socket as you have to lock it back into
I got you.
place.
Mitra, you're small. And in this chaos, people just don't see you. Usually that's to your advantage. But you are overrun and just trampled as people flee. As you just get kicked, stepped on, over and over and over again by hundreds as they attempt to flee what is happening.
For the rest of you, there are times where you find yourself not succumbing to the fall of buildings. You're rushing through, and there's even a time where you have to make a jump from one window into another across the alley below as the building you were standing in crumbles beneath your feet.
There's another moment where you move and are about to go out before more debris as a walking statue nearly steps on you, but instead clips the building you were hiding behind, allowing you to push off of it before being buried under debris and rubble.
And the last thing we need you all to do is probably the worst.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You better not.
So in our game, there's
Oh,
another
yeah.
save.
A seventh saving throw that is ours, and that is a sanity save.
And to calculate that, you need to take the average of your wisdom and your intelligence modifier and divide them by 2. So, for example, Rook, I know you have a 6 total, right? So 5 and a 1?
Yeah.
So it would be a +3 to your save.
Let's go.
What did we say Yeet was again?
That's a natural 20.
Yeet!
For a total of
20!
So we do what? So
It is an average of your intelligence and wisdom, not your saves, your
Okay.
actual regular score.
oh, okay.
You are not proficient in a sanity save.
So we're not rolling for it. We're just taking.
no,
the
you
original
roll.
wisdom.
You roll and add what that is. So what is your wisdom and intelligence?
2 and
2.
5.
So 7.
No, 5 total.
No,
Oh,
it's
5 total. So yeah, it would be 2. You
Oh,
would
2.
roll a d20 and add 2.
And then I. Okay.
Yep.
19.
Okay.
19 as well.
19. All right.
Dimitri.
11.
All right.
I've never been the most reliable person mentally. I got a 6.
Okay.
Oh.
And then Leon.
I also got a 6.
Okay.
It's like our characters are meant to be.
If
Old for this.
if this corner, Mitra, Red, and Leon could roll D100s, and he will look up that as you.
Have I, just sorry, while we're doing this roll, have I ever succeeded on a sanity save on this show? Like once?
I don't know. And, yes, because the first encounter with in Renair's house, V was the only one to succumb.
True.
So, sure. You all, your mind can't fathom this creature that was birthed into this world. Its black hooves, the multiple legs, mouths and eyes strewn across its form in every direction. You can see that even when it scrapes across a building where it would wound, any gash that would be there would only form another eye or another mouth that seeps the black ichor from its form.
At times, its tendrils slam into a building, but the building doesn't crumble and react like it should. In fact, it's like the building in that instant turns to flesh
Oh,
and ripples and quivers before then crumbling and breaking apart as it should.
You see that this is one of the struggles that the statues have against this form. But it is the terrifying part is that you don't know, but one of her names is the Mother of Monsters, as the black ichor or mother's milk pours off of her body, and any of those that consume it either willingly or accidentally or forcefully are turned and changed into aberrations themselves as you watch friends, allies, other citizens of Waterdeep mutate as their form shifts into creatures. You watch their shoulder blades rip from their body as it turns black and gray. You can hear them scream out in pain that turns silent.
As their mouths close up, as the flesh knits together, horns grow from right where their eye sockets begin, and tendrils grow from their stomach as wings like bats grow from their back.
They take to the sky, and the beating of their wings makes no sound at all.
You see others, horns and strange satyr-like beings made of black flesh, as knees break the other way and feet form into hooves.
Their form seems to be that shimmering black ichor as they scamper and crawl at increasing speed across the walls. You can see them pouncing upon others, goring them, ripping them apart.
Others fuse together to become a mass of both tendrils and eyes as they become a single creature. Others melt before you,
bodies liquefying into nothing but flesh as eyes and mouths open up. As they begin to whisper and chitter, the ground around them turning to a sponge-like softness.
Beautiful.
Scamper is what got me in that.
What did you get on your D100?
57. And I think it's with Red being a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, he's trying to usher people to safety. And I think at one point he looked up to make eye contact with a group of survivors running towards him. And they all just get doused in mother's milk and all rip and tear in front of him. And that's what just breaks his mind in this way.
And you look down and your body begins to rot. And there is nothing you can do to stop it.
If it gets now what? Molt? What's happening?
Rot. Yeah.
Rot?
Right?
Yeah. And it could look like it starts like a mold that grows, that begins to necrosis across your flesh. You can rip it away.
It looks like as it moves up him, as he realizes this, it looks like almost he was a corpse that had been disposed of in a sewer. So it's rotting and waterlogging.
You can rip it away from your flesh.
Oh, 100%.
But it just continues to grow.
Awesome.
No other effects aside that? Except for
No other effects.
What more? Don't you want more?
Leon?
61.
Oh, that's a good one.
Y'all,
I
I'm
know.
scared.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
This is y'all. It's been how many minutes?
Yeah, we're
We just want to put you in the headspace of what's happening in Watergate.
In play, it's been exactly 5 seconds.
No, in play, it's been hours.
Yeah.
It's been hours.
Our group chat had so much like big energy that we were gonna come in here and
Yeah,
just
it's gonna be so badass.
Yeah.
Wrong.
we were immediately
We're wrong.
Welcome to D4.
Yeah, that's what happened immediately.
You insignificant piece of shit.
Yeah, sure.
This is one shot. We can kill everyone.
So you have completely lost all sense of smell.
I can live with that.
We can live with that.
And if you attempt to smell something, it smells like decay and rot and death.
Hey, that's actually
Otherwise-
pretty helpful right now.
Otherwise, there's nothing.
But that also means that if there is anything that would give warning of anything caustic that you could be walking into, you have no
True.
signs to know.
I think right now it's hard for me to care about anything. Every body I pass breaks me a little bit, but
Yeah.
I can't help but think
And
of
it
Cleo.
might be you just think that you're smelling the rotting decay of all the corpses that are littering the streets right now.
Mitra.
Okay, stop.
That was very. 9.
I'm very excited to see what this is. We've never rolled this
I'm
one.
glad you are. She's just like balled up in a ball, trying not to get, crushed to death and like crawling.
Getting like kicked and
She's
tossed.
Simba in
Okay.
the stampede at this point.
Oh,
As you're walking through the streets, there are very few glass panes still intact. But you catch a glimpse of yourself in one of them as you fall and stumble back over a body. And you care not to look. Again, you walk past a fountain. And you can see your reflection, and again, it's as if you're watching yourself turn into one of those creatures, those unfathomable aberrations. You watch as one of your eyes just elongates into a tendril, and you go to stop it, and as much as your brain visualizes it, your hand does not feel it. You feel your hand and arm begin to elongate longer and longer and longer as you can see, watch it in the reflection as your fingers become long tentacles and tendrils themselves. You can see as a bunch of pustules and warts begin to grow, and then they rotate and look back at you in your reflection.
I
When you
hate
go
that.
to look at yourself, you
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
okay, yeah. You
And-
don't see them. It's just
Yep.
when you look into a reflection, but you can only imagine what other people are seeing.
And as Leon, you first notice that you can no longer smell. You touch your nose,
No.
but there is no nose. In fact, it's weird as you touch and there's a second mouth there where your nose should be, directly under your eyes.
I want to make a joke about Shothrgot being a mom and being like, oh, got your nose.
Here's a mouth.
And
no, literally.
any scent that you would get, that rotten decay, is more so, you know how when you
It's been
taste
tasted.
a scent?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we all know how poison tastes.
Yeah,
We've
totally.
never been poisoned,
Yeah.
but
I'm not sleeping tonight, am I? Yeah, here we go.
And you're not sure how much time has passed. But a moment you blink and everything is normal. But you all take 15 points of psychic damage.
All of us?
No, the three of them.
Oh!
What did I roll for then?
What? Where?
It's like some bludgeoning, some.
And
I
psychic,
think
some
mine is
emotional.
like, I thought I pulled all of my, like, I was in an alley just pulling on myself, and I was like, oh, that really hurt. I must have scratched myself up real bad. But I was just standing there like that, just frozen.
and you're fine. You're normal.
Who said that?
There are some things you can't turn off. Everything else is mouse.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But
Through the hours, some of you do not make it to your intended destinations. Others of you may have. Or perhaps you found sanctuary or shelter knowing there is not much you can do in the wake of the walking statues except hope that you are not one of their victims. However, despite all of the bleak, there is a small amount of hope that does shine as you no longer feel the quaking steps of the colossal statues or the gargantuan elder evil from the void of the far realm between the spheres. You are uncertain if the statues won or if they were simply destroyed, as something creeps into the back of your head like a whisper on the legs of a spider walking up your spine. At first, you think you're hearing things, until you hear the full voice of someone you have never met before.
if you are hearing this, it is because you are one of the last protectors to still draw breath in the city. I am Elminister, Sage of Shadowdale and Warden of Waterdeep. The City of Splendors calls to your aid. Meet me at the House of Wonders. I have a plan to save the heart of Waterdeep.
Everyone hears that except for Mitra. Mitra, you are approached by a different figure. They come to you and they say, "The Lord has received a message. He wishes for you to help the city. You must go to the House of Wonders. They must know, or at least believe, you received the message."
And as he turns, you can see a little bit of a tattoo peeking out from the collar of his shirt as the very tip of a snake's tail can be seen.
But
Eventually.
Find yourselves at the Temple of Mistra, between Flint Street and Diamond Street, nestled between the light ruins of Farah's Alley, is a gated ivory tower at the top of a long, narrow staircase that descends in a series of long platform pathways with ever-burning lanterns of arcane light flanking either side. Signs of meteoric impacts from ages past are now koi ponds covered in a film of dust from the cloud that now fills the entire city with a soft fog from the ruins and fallen buildings. The area looks mostly untouched as you can see the arcane bubble as evidence of working abjuration spells protecting the House of Wonder. It's not like you can actually see the arcane, it's just a very pristine circle that surrounds it.
As you enter, you are greeted by a Nimblewright automaton with a polished, silver, featureless mirrored dome and 4 arms. Their bodies are shrouded by light blue, long tabards emblazoned with the 7 stars and silver flame symbol of Mistra. They greet you silently with sign language to greet you and welcome you inside.
Does not speak, but says, "Hello. Please enter. The chosen is waiting."
You are brought in before an old, wizened man with a long white beard and flowing white hair.
He looks at you with sorrow-filled eyes, bright blue, past his hawk-like nose. His vibrant red hat and robes, cinched with a deep blue waist sash now, show the wear of a well-practiced mage. He leans against a crooked natural branch staff as the room fills with green smoke that pours from his long wooden pipe and a soft, welcoming grin that curls from his lips.
I'm glad to see you survived the turmoil and tempest of chaos that has taken hold in our city.
Survived seems a bit of a stretch there.
It pains me to say, but we do not have many heroes left. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Elminister, Warden of Waterdeep, and I have a plan.
Can I just say, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a big fan. This is so I'm a bit fanboying here. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, Magnus just stares at you.
If you wish to leave, do so now. Find shelter and safety, and there will be no ill will.
There is no shelter and safety left within the city. I think you know that.
And know that
He nods, but continues.
there are many others that do not have your training, your skills, your touch of the weave, your knowledge of science. As he looks to you, at money, and they need your help.
You see Magnus kind of like takes in this group of individuals who he's never seen before. Maybe he has, but isn't putting any features to memory. But almost then takes on a general stance. So what is your plan?
The statues have subsided as their efforts caused the elder being to flee, with an entity clad in chittering purple flesh armor, wielding the power of the slain gods of strife, murder, and death. In their wake is a sea of undead, ballspawn, and a myriad of aberrant creatures birthed from the corruption of the far realm. We must use this time to create a safe haven for the people that feel lost and abandoned. We need to bring them hope.
Where's your gods then? I feel that they would be coming down to help us out in this time of need. Where are they at?
Mistra has given me you.
I came here because you called me. That's simple as that.
do not fault you for your beliefs. In fact, it is because of that you are as skilled as you are in what you do at money.
Well, if you're going to flatter me, at least take me out to dinner first. But fine. What is it that I can do to help? What is it that we're just going around town and killing all these things that have come across?
Do you want us to protect the house?
I am keeping here a sanctuary while I reach out to others that can find their way here to help the city. As of right now, Laurel Silverhand is weakened, and the Black Staff is in a comatose-like state after trying to save the people from destruction of the statues with the help of others. I called upon you because now it is your time to be heroes. As we speak, the Field Ward stands strong, as well as an alley in the North Ward. But we need to bring light to those in the south side of the city, where much of the destruction happened.
Red just keeps like,
And pause.
and do you know the name of the alley?
Some ogre, femur.
Troll skull?
Ah, yes, that's it. Yes.
He's like, oop, don't get excited. People are dying literally 5 feet away. Don't get excited. But you can see with his body language, he's like, okay, at least that is good.
So, if I can get this right, this is the group that's... Shouldn't we wait for heroes?
You are the heroes.
This is ceremonial armor. This is... I don't even know how to use this Warhammer. It's just a...
You're gonna have to learn quick.
Okay.
Is this a joke? Are you joking?
No, I mean, I just mostly spend my days creating food and drink for people and healing, a broken bone here and there. I don't know how to use this weapon.
Perhaps it'll be best for you to stand, and I kind of like step forward between these two as well, and I'm like, stand behind us as we're all like
Leaning over.
Literally
protect.
just the big guard.
Rook Weston
You know my name.
Oh boy.
of the Font of Knowledge. There is a reason why you are here.
Canon.
Agama has given you the knowledge for this very moment.
I can't really argue with that then.
It is, as you say, you do nothing but create food and water and heal. Well, we are in a city that needs food and water and healing.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, then I'm in. Let's do this.
Nature, what are you doing at this moment?
Mitra is kind of just like staying a little bit behind everyone else. Hasn't stepped forward towards a line or anything. Is just standing there, just listening and watching and silently judging Rook. Because
I could feel it.
he's a bit of a pansy, she thinks.
Every so often, you get a passing glimpse of yourself in the mirrored dome of the automaton.
That's so scary.
As what you saw before continues.
So, be a little twitchy at that point too. Like,
Yeah.
So we're heading to the South Ward.
There is a tavern, the lower side of the castle ward, called the Yawning Portal. There, you will meet a man named Durnin. He is the owner and watches over a well that dives into the underbelly of our city, into the depths of an old dwarven kingdom known as Undermountain. This will be their safe haven. But it is up to you to get there and clear out the first layer. Once we have that stronghold, we can start protecting the people from what now lurks in the shadows and alleys of our beautiful city lying in ruins. Be safe.
Would you mind if I took a second to set up and just do a quick prayer? Is that okay?
May Mistra smile upon you. And he just nods, and you watch as literally weave of energy of the literally magic itself forms around him as he disappears.
That was brilliant right there. There's something I'm supposed to do in times of trouble. It's a little bit of a prayer just in case the worst possible thing happens. So if you can give me a second, I'll go do that. And this is bad.
As he's doing that, immediately you see Admani just look at him, look out the door, and just start walking out the door.
I actually think Magnus watches Rook and then watches his Agmani, and as they begin to walk out the door, I say, "What's your problem?"
Oh, I don't seem to have any problem here.
There's a clear problem. I'm not judging you for the problem, just asking you what it is.
Well, nothing more than the belief in any gods. I just don't think that I need to be here for that. Simple as that. Just waiting outside respectfully until he's done.
We're in a time where belief or no belief, one misstep can get you killed, and I'm just making sure that your lack of belief isn't going to interrupt his full commitment to belief, and you all can work together, at least as comrades.
My mission is to the city, and I will do what it takes to help out. And if that means making sure we all stick together, you can count me in. But once it's over, I don't need to. I just doesn't mean I just need to sit around while he does his thing.
You see me like halfway through my prayer, like, an idea has no authority but it can dominate people. And then I pull out my like prayer book. An idea has no strength but it can put aside empires. I put in an idea, and as I continue to go through, but still having to pull it out to like remember the prayer.
The inner me wants to protect you so bad, but my character is like, fuck this shit.
Before anything can exist, an idea must exist.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
Red has transferred over next to Rook and has just been kind of standing there because he's not hugely religious, but like the sky is literally falling.
And I think the first thing that you all notice about Red is that over the right eye is a birthmark that is like a large stain, almost like a wine color, that kind of takes up a large portion of the upper cheek and around the eye.
It became so normal that I forgot about it.
Leon, what are you doing in this moment?
Single track mind is on Cleo and where she might be or where she would go if we had talked about kind of the emergency state that the world is in right now.
Okay. And Mitra?
Mitra is just kind of like, you see her just kind of like looking down the floor, like squinting her eyes.
I'm Red, by the way. Figured if we're gonna possibly die together, we should know each other's names.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So sorry. The whole What a day. Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Rook. And you just look. You're a sight to be seen. What's your name?
You can call me Magnus.
Very well then, Magnus. Nice to meet you.
Former Almar of the City Guard.
No. Well, I think we're in pretty good.
Not to be rude, I think that we can bypass the pleasantries for now. I need to be somewhere.
Well, yeah, of course we'll get there. And what was your name?
Not
I
interested.
leave.
All right, not interested. And yours? Okay. Well,
Good talk. Let's go catch up to that one. The busy one.
It's a beautiful group.
Just whispers in Inferno. Why am I here with these folks?
I want to quickly, as we're like kind of making it through the city, just for a second, when we get to an alley where it's kind of quieter, I just pull up next to Magnus, and I'm like, hey, just real quick, Magnus. I usually do this today, so, and he reaches into like a side satchel and he pulls out like a wooden figurine that looks hand carved, and it is a figurine of like a watch member. It's for you. You probably don't remember me, but it's for you. And he just keeps walking with his rapier and his sword out.
Scimitar.
Scimitar.
I was gonna say something else, but I'm not gonna say that out loud. No. He looked at the figurine, and there's clear confusion upon his face, but he doesn't deny it. He just holds on to it, pockets it, or puts it in a satchel or whatever he has. But he's not sure what it means or what it will do. But he continues on pretty quiet, just continuously looking out. Because obviously there's a lot going on in this group, and he doesn't know if they're going to do it or not.
As we start walking out, I'm assuming like Admani is waiting at the front door, leaning against it as people walk by, and finally as Rook passes by and goes, "Hey."
Yeah. Yes.
And he looks at everybody else and goes, "I feel like you're going to need these." And then he takes a pair of boots out, and then gives it to you and goes, "Put them on."
Well, guys, take off. He's like, I mean, these are ceremonial, but I guess. Whoa! Oh my goodness! I didn't think they'd fit. How did they do that?
I'm good at my job, but
that's incredible.
I feel you need it more than I do. If you ever find yourself in a situation that you need to run away far, tap the heels and just walk in the direction you want
Are
to
these
go.
magical boots?
Do
you
hopefully
make This is the kindest thing. Thank you so much.
Just what did I tell you? Just repeat after me. Repeat what
If
I
I'm
just said.
scared,
No.
in danger,
Yes.
and I need to run very fast, I do a little click with the heels,
Yes.
and then I can move faster.
Yes. You will. Basically, you teleport.
I
15
do it to try it out.
Don't waste my
You
equipment.
blink
Yeah.
15 feet away.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing! You are right. Quite talented artificer.
And as I'm walking away, I say, "See, I care. He's safe now." And I just walk off.
And you can add Boots of the Winding Path to your.
Mitra is going to like.
I only got the one.
That's so good.
No, she's going to go check out the ceremonial boots.
Oh, okay.
They might be worth something. When money means a thing again.
Yeah.
Okay. As you leave, the automaton looks to you all and says, "Good luck." And you.
Yeah, I was right. Everybody, I was like,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Good luck. But you go out and you are currently in the Sea Ward. You all know this to be where most of the nobles in the high echelon of Waterdeep find themselves. And there is ruins here, as you can see, where that massive form, it was so hard to avoid it while you were running through the city, because it, like you now, could teleport short distances, but its short distances were hundreds, if not thousands of feet. Causing the walking statues to chase after it. But once again, you no longer hear those thunderous steps, although you do see ruins of villas, estates. But the streets here are mostly empty, as a lot of people with money have means of getting out of the city.
Magnus will naturally get to the front of the group. If he hasn't been there yet, he'll make sure he stays in front. He says, "All right, keep a lookout. Don't do things that will draw attention, looking directly at Rook.
Yeah, okay. Wait, should I write this down?
I don't care."
Okay.
How about you just walk by me?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can, by the way, I have prepared some spells that we're supposed to in times of emergency. I've never used them.
Stop talking.
Okay. Okay.
Walking, but he says, "Stay safe. I won't be able to protect you. Not all the time."
I need everybody's passive perceptions. So,
14.
13.
15.
19.
oh, nice.
15.
15?
18.
Okay. Awesome. Not bad across the board. Nowhere near the Orkira or Seisha level.
37, actually.
Yeah. But that being said, as you were making your way through the city, again, there was don't.
Oh, that one slid right past. You lucky.
Damn it. It throws me off my rhythm every time.
That's how I keep him on his toes.
So there's the undead, there are the aberrations, there are the blood spawn, and you know near the upper side of the city is mainly overrun by the undead. And that is the first thing you must walk through. However, it is not segregated as the chaos has begun to blend.
Yep. Many hours have passed since the initial summoning, since the initial cataclysmic event has happened. Leon, when you left the Southern Ward after the first encountering of Ball and the Bloodspawn, you immediately ran to find Cleo, stopping at the first of a few safe houses that you have across the city.
First yours, you found it in ruins. You searched it, but you did not find her.
Yep. Or any sign that she was there. And so you, being a Harper, have several in the city. So with that, you got to what you could after receiving this message from Elminster.
But also, you lost a lot of time as your mind was succumbed to madness.
Right.
Yep. And so traveling from the Southern Ward all the way to the Sea Ward took some time, but it was bypassing people, monsters, aberrations, other things. So you still have a couple to check. The closest one from where you are being in the Castle Ward. So you were unable to get to the Castle Ward, making your way up as you had to go through the City of the Dead, which has protections of things being created into undeath, making your way towards the North Ward and over to the Sea Ward. So you had to completely avoid the Castle Ward, making your way north to the Sea Ward.
Reddard, you've spent the entire day on the north side of the city, as that is where the halls of justice are. But you know that your uncle who runs the pack mule, Jonas, that general store is in the heart of the Trades Ward. You know that the Trades Ward and the Southern Ward were the hardest to get hit in the beginning, before the statues took over the Castle Ward. Magnus, as all this is happening, there's someone that comes to your mind. Someone you haven't really thought about in a while, at least not to this degree. Worry takes over as you know that the person you're thinking of is the Amar of the Southern Ward. But, Rook, you've been given a mission and a purpose to go from a lore keeper to possibly a lore seeker. Someone that goes out and spreads the wealth and knowledge of Ogma himself. And hopefully you can save a few souls today.
As I realize this, I give myself goosebumps just thinking about it. And I try to show Magnus. Does this always happen when... Look, this has always happened when you have to go out and save some people.
A small rumble underneath his feet as I cast Thaumaturgy.
I thought we were supposed to be quiet. But Oh, no mind. Oh, that was a wonderful cheese shop. That's a shame.
Oh boy. Oh.
I love him so much. The softest
lost-
bean. I love him. Sweetest son. Oh man.
That one
Admani,
hurted.
Yes.
how are you feeling in this moment?
I'm
As
feeling.
a man that has no faith has just watched the day of faith be brought to ruins.
I feel angry because to me this is the failing of the gods. They were meant accordingly, according to everybody, they were meant to actually be here to protect, to save everybody, but clearly they were not. And that just further proves to me that it is in our hands that we need to do savings. We are the ones that need to come together to rise above and take the powers that are needed. And so I guess there are a little bit of validation at this point as well. So with all my trinkets at hand, just a new purpose, a stronger purpose of I need to get stronger. I need to be able to do more. Crack the secrets open more so I can one day, perhaps now, perhaps another time in the future, be able to do what needs to be done.
As you're walking, I do come over and kind of like I've been sprinkling everyone with holy water.
Don't. Thank you.
Don't. Okay. All right. That's
Put it
fine.
away.
Okay. That's fine.
Mitra would have absolutely punched you in the thigh.
Wow.
I'm sorry, churchman. Do you know how hard it is to get my hair to actually do what I want it to do? It's already been a long day. Drop water on my head one more time, and I swear to gods,
What?
I will stab you.
Yeah. Okay. I got that.
And stop
Apologies.
talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Talk too much.
Stopping talking now.
Or just pats.
What is
pats his
what is
back.
Rook's passive insight?
23, I think.
Shit.
21.
You will notice that each time Magnus stares at you, on the top it is children, or or why is he here? But you get a sense of admiration is the wrong word, but you see somebody who recognizes themselves at some point. Every now and then you get a glance of that through him, but he says nothing, just watches you, grumbles, and keeps walking.
I love that.
Mitra. A voice creeps into the back of your mind. I assume you have made it to the old mage. Help save this city, but assure we will have the leverage I need as Open Lord.
She won't say anything, but
I can't stand that man. Any of them. Can't stand any of them.
For the audience, the table does not know, but Mitra, you definitely recognize the voice, the leader of the Zentaro, Manshun. But as you find yourselves in the Sea Ward, making your way further into the ruins of the city, knowing you may pass, not may, you will pass the paths of other creatures. What are you doing?
I will, again, I'm staying in the front, but you all will notice that there is a whisper in Infernal, if anybody recognizes it. Just like it almost feels like a fire, but also like a sulfuric glottal to his throat. And as he whispers and the last S kind of draws off, there's almost a pulse around him. There's like a slight glow as he uses his divine sense, as his eyes take on a slight shine, for lack of a better word, just peering into a space that is not penetrable to the normal eye. So knowing that they're undead here, but more so just making sure that nothing's going to come around the corner immediately, things of that nature. So he's just always
Typically, the way it works is it's an instantaneous
Yes.
effect instead of a lingering effect.
Yeah.
However, it's one shot and it's fun. Let's do it.
Oh, I mean, and I would say it was meant to be instant, but just like in this moment, just making sure like he might do it like 2 or 3 times as we walk.
Got it. Okay.
Just to make sure
Great.
that something isn't coming
Sounds
around
cool.
the corner. I'm willing to use those stops to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you take up a position in the back or the side of the group?
We used to.
Two of them,
I'd
okay.
probably be closer to the front,
Okay. Then it's
trying to guide
It's
the
probably
party.
Like a soft V of like the 2 side V's of me and
I will
him.
let you know that V cannot stay in formation.
Oh,
That's
is it
valid.
too narrow?
No, it's the scattered rubble of the terrain. Is
Ah.
you could form a line at some points. You could cluster at some points. You could never hold a solid formation for a long
I
period
want to
of time.
stick by Rook and the nameless one that I haven't been told the name of yet.
You can ask her.
Are you kidding me? The only thing they've said so far is yelling at Rook. I'm scared. Don't let me know their name when they deem it worthy. But I'm just like
Amazing.
walking by them to make sure if anything does jump out, I'm hopefully between these two. Because I don't know what they can do.
You said your passive insight was
21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that for most of the people in your party of desperation, they do have the goal that was beset upon them. Your goal. But a lot of them have, you can just see the weight on their shoulders, the furrow of their brow, that there are other things that they're, or maybe at the precipice.
Oh yeah. As I see this one using divine sense, or just stopping for a moment, I kind of shimmy up like, do you sense any danger? And as I try to take out my warhammer, which kind of clumsily drops to the ground.
He like as he's walking, I mean, he only has a passive 14, but seeing that, like it's almost as if he just has an innate a memory just pops up, and his hand immediately just goes on that warhammer and puts it back down.
And the first time you pop it is because you see a shambling creature that is hard to tell from the distance if it is someone that is just heavily injured or lost, trying to find their way, but they look extremely disheveled, covered in the dust, as many of you are. And you see if you're going to be surrounded. It is this time that you feel a heavy undead presence, but not in numbers, as it is above you. And it is moving towards your direction.
I'm so sorry.
As I feel that, and Rook starts to have this small talk, he just immediately puts his hand up and like looks around, looks up for a second, looks at Rook and says, "Don't use things that you are not equipped to use. That only leads to your demise. That is not me coming for your talent. That is telling you a truth. You have talent in your skills. Use what you can do, not what you want people to believe you can do."
But you feel this.
Write that down. Oh my goodness. That's I'm gonna share that later.
You feeling this present approaching very soon, you notice that you are all more so out in the open because that is the easier path to choose.
And there is a word, I guess, whisper in Infernal, and there's a sense of, you feel like, not time just like went faster, but just like a moment of like, you feel like 6 seconds or 10 seconds just happened in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
You can see I'm prepared as I cast Gift of Alacrity on myself.
Ooh. And other than that, are you?
Oh, I am warned. Yes, I turn around. No, you're right. No, I say, there's something coming. Be prepared.
Where? From what direction?
He just points
He
towards
points
the
up.
feeling. Yes, towards up. Yeah.
Yeah, and around a building, you watch his finger follow quickly as it is approaching from around the rubble of something. If anybody wants to make perception checks or something like that to see.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you are all out in the open.
I immediately look around and can I cast something first?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. So you see, as he sees something in the air, clearly far away from, like, his reach, Admani looks around, looks at the rubble. All right, come on, Padvik. And then out from the back of him, a weird spider-like creature pops up, and then like starts scuttling around. It's like mechanical in nature. So that's something like that he's created, his own homunculi that he's created. And then you see him get down and start like tinkering on something and grabbing like just rubble nearby, pouring some of the concoctions that he has. And next thing you know, up pops up, and it's like a weird thing. It just like starts morphing, like after he pours the solution on it, and it starts morphing, and it turns into this weird looking catapult. And then he like just grabs one of the rebels. All right.
Love it. Not saying no.
Okay.
I'm saying you got your homunculi. As you go to start doing this, we'll have the perception go off, and then see if that would be the catalyst for you to do something. If basically what I'm saying is I'm trying to not let you spend a spell slot if it's not necessary.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
okay.
If you hear the perception or if they fail it, continue forward.
Okay.
Prepping. Who wanted to do perception?
I rolled a 22.
Oh,
okay.
Dirty 20.
21.
21?
19.
I was using my divine senses to watch, but wasn't really watching for this.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to follow it, so they can
get it exactly teamwork. Yes. Whoa!
Through the dust fog that
was
just encompasses the city.
Yeah.
And the rubble. And
Yeah, well, that is something I'll actually say, that there is this just haze over the city. It's almost as if there's a fog that is just perpetually over the city.
I know.
But it's dust.
Yeah,
and ash and debris and like, so it is.
So vision becomes like difficult past 60 and near impossible at 120 as everything just kind of fades away into a dust ash fog.
Red's gonna wrap a scarf that he has around his face.
But I'd say the four of you,
all of you, there is this fleshy, large. At first, you were like, "That is a giant," because it is a massive head. As you can see the shadows through the broken,
almost like a silhouette of it that you can see through the haze of the dust. And
then you see writhing tendrils that kind of look in different directions. And is it a giant Medusa? But you do not hear footsteps, as if it is floating.
Oh no, man!
That's a body. That's a body.
Oh
no. Who was the highest? It was like 21, 22.
30, 20.
Yeah,
I got 22.
22?
19, 20,
okay.
21, 22.
Leon, you see the glossed, yellowed, pupilless eye, massive, as you see a few other zombified eyes slowly listing or about to come around the corner. What are you guys doing?
I'm pulling my maul out.
I launched that catapult.
I dip into an alley. I'm like,
get out.
And I grab Rook. I pull Rook into an alley.
Okay, got it.
Nature's going to an alley, and I guess it's gonna ironically be the same one. Yeah, we had the same idea.
Okay, so
I immediately. Who's staying out?
I'm still with the catapult.
For a bit at least. Yeah.
I make sure I get right next to them, and I pull out. You haven't seen. He has something in a sheath, and he pulls out this sword, and it is almost like crystal bone. And as he pulls it out, it almost gleams a little bit, and he pulls it and he readies his sword, his shield. And he says, "I hope you all know how to fight that damn thing."
Well, and then he's like, I might not, but perhaps this might help. And I cast on his sword. Where's it? Where's my thing on my jigs? I can't scroll.
Not features and traits, inventory. Where is it going? Where'd it go?
If everybody would like to, since we're deciding to fight instead of hide, go ahead and roll initiatives.
Well, oh gosh, where did it go?
Yep. As
We will start off with a surprise round of you launching your catapult.
Okay.
Then I got it. I'm going first.
That's it. Where did my
Sorry.
things go? What happened to it? Hold up. Spells, inventory features and traits.
I will say, if it's something that makes something magical,
Mm.
I don't know if that is, but if it is that, my thing's already magical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I think then I would probably be able to. Would I be able to tell?
You can tell, that thing
Oh.
is not a normal sword in any
Okay.
way, shape, or form. It is crystal and hard and not gemstone-like, but almost like bone, like a crystallized bone.
Got it.
Let's
Got it.
I love
Got
it.
it.
18.
Did you remember your alacrity?
18.
Okay.
Yes. I have a +0 to my initiative, okay?
Okay. And red.
23, natural 20.
Got it. Leon.
14.
Mitra.
Dirty 20.
Edmani.
10.
Okay. And Rook.
I got a 2.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
There it is.
Strong too.
Good, strong.
Good.
But
Rook to
the
alley
first
2.
thing that happens as Red realizing what's coming and Leon kind of knowing what's coming dive into the shadows, pulling Rook into the
Boy.
debris, crashing down into the rubble as this contraption just launches a piece of the building. Go ahead and
I'm gonna do it at second level.
okay.
So I will cast.
You really thought we were going to run? That's
Yeah.
yeah,
And then I
we'll
don't know if
hide.
I casted it. Oh, did I use it all up? Is
Although
that what just
Mitra's
happened?
standing over
Oh,
there going, damn it.
Yes, and he's standing up there going, damn it.
so I cast it for. Oh, it just needs to make a dex save of 15. Is that what that is?
Oh, that's okay.
Hold
that
up.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Choose one object. The object flies straight. Stop. If the object would strike, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
You chose wisely. I rolled really well.
Uh-huh.
-1. It would have saved.
Oh.
14.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes! Yes!
Right.
Oh,
in the
let's go.
eyeball.
And at level 2, he will take 2d8. Is that what this is? Originally it was
it should be if you,
48 of damage.
Yeah, it should be on your spell list. You can
So,
actually see right next to it what it is. So yeah,
That
so
is
roll
going to
4d8,
be a total of 20 damage.
20 damage.
20
Nice.
Awesome. Just as this all kicks off, you launch it before the form even fully comes around, knowing where it's going to be, thanks to Magnus. And all of a sudden, this massive debris, this giant rock, just slams into this creature, causing it to crash into the building, and more debris falls. Magnus comes to your side as you also stand right. You also stayed for battle. You hid. That's
hid.
right. All as a trio stands as these very slow, almost like
Oh, no
ghost
thanks.
girl-like eye stalks start looking around, trying to find out what just hit it.
Nothing.
And that's where we're gonna take our break.
Yeah,
They're so fucked.
Thank you all so much for joining us for the first half of Ruins of Splendor. We hope that you are having as much fun as we are. And we do know that for those new to D4, we do have quite a bit of body horror and other things. If you need to take a second to step away, that's okay.
Yeah.
We understand.
I do it all the time.
We will not be offended at all. Take
Yeah.
as much time as you need, and if you so wish to come back, please do and join us, and we'll be back for the second half.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get through. Sometimes things aren't fights, but hey, the players do what they want. Let's go! And also remember, #Eldritch for your chance to win a $50 gift card.
Before we go, I want to make one distinction clear. Rook was pulled into the alley, and Red stumbled on a piece of rock and did the full like BL arm on the wall with Rook, and was like, "I'm so sorry."
That's okay.
But we'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yep. And we're back.
Hey, welcome back from break. So this illustrious group, this party formed a long time ago, not out of desperation, as Elminster called into the city to
We're
try
best
and
friends.
gather whoever might still be alive with enough power and will to create a safe haven as they make their way towards the yawning portal in order to hopefully turn the first layer leading in from Durnan's Tavern to create a safe haven from the city that is being overrun by undead, ball spawn, and aberrations.
Yep, they made it a little bit of ways away, and now there's a zombie beholder. Everybody roll initiative, and now we gonna fight.
Yeah.
In the beginning, Admani, the Fire Genasi alchemist, poured some concoction onto some rubble as it launched itself towards this undead being that then crashed into this building. As Mitra, I want to say Reddard, and Rook all dived behind one of the other buildings in hopes to stealth, as Magnus, Leon, and Admani defiantly stand against this creature. However, although it is Reddard's turn, because of your 22, and those across the board besides Magnus, because
Don't
you're-
cover me.
I was gonna say, yeah.
besides Magnus, because you did not notice, you all notice that when the wall came crumbling down from this building, there was a small figure.
A little friend? A little friend?
That is desperately now holding on to the edge.
Oh God.
Dog, who is it?
With the city completely in ruins and covered in that gray fog of dust and debris, you didn't realize where you were. But you hear the screams of Chloe as she tries to hang on to the ledge, as this was one of the safe havens. And a Harper friend of yours. But it is now Reddard's turn. What are you doing?
I got a 21 on perception. Do I also see the little girl?
You see everybody.
I see a little
everybody
girl
but
in
Magnus
danger.
saw the little girl.
Okay.
Only he knows who it is.
Okay, cool.
For you, it could be a halfling. It could be a gnome. They're dusty.
I'm like standing against the wall. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I like look up over the ruins of the wall. I'm like, please don't die. And I'm gonna take off, just straight sprinting around this pile of rubble. And if it's less not openly, baby. Around the backside. Yeah, that way. And I'm gonna use everything I can to get over there. If it's less movement to go up and over, I have a great athletics. I can climb.
You say that.
So I'm gonna let you know 30 would put you here, right?
Okay,
to go
cool.
unless you want to like full on climb.
If I can.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not my turn.
Correct.
Damn it.
You got your surprise round.
Damn.
Because it's technically a full turn. If you had any bonus actions on your surprise round, because your surprise action was to launch the.
No, I don't.
I lied.
30 will put you on the ground on this corner.
I take it back. Do I notice that Leon has clocked the little girl? That everyone has seen the little girl?
You notice that everyone has seen the little girl.
Okay.
You do not know that
Yeah.
Leon has recognized.
No. Yeah.
And
I'm just gonna straight sprint the opposite direction, and I'm gonna scream out as I get past everyone.
Kill that guy.
That's Rook. No, you can't.
I'll use an action to move, action to dash.
Okay, where would you like to go?
Straight down the street.
10, 15, 20, 25 is here.
1 towards.
30.
And I'm going to try and get its eyes focused directly on me. Just by screaming, banging my scimitar against my absolutely massive shield. And then I'm going to dip down and get ready.
Okay.
Magnus is grumbling behind you.
All the
Stop this!
Mitra.
How tall is that wall?
Yes.
Tall.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
At least 10 feet high. That is at least 1 story and then a couple of more stones.
Mitra would like to. She's going to climb up the wall and to get a higher advantage point.
Okay. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
And being a thief, you do have
Second story work.
second story work. So
It's 23.
Okay. So it does not cost you any extra movement. That's going to be 5, 10. Up.
Go ahead and do me one more.
Okay.
For 20. Or 15, sorry.
Yep.
And then I think what she's going to do is she's going to fire a crossbolt at it.
Got it.
So, so she's going to take out her dragon wing, her little crossbow, aim
Yep.
and fire.
Got it. What does your dragon bow crossbow look like?
So it is a dark mahogany wood, and it's got little silver, like little wings coming off the bendy things. I don't know what they're actually called.
Yeah.
And then so the arrows that come out are just a matte black with a gold tip, and then it's got dragon wings coming off the.
Ooh. Nice. I would say that you all noticed that there's no string that's attached to this thing. And
Got no strings to hold me
as
down.
she fires it, you watch as that black bolt begins to arc with electricity, and you see it begin to glow. Go ahead and fire it.
Pew.
Yes.
Pew pew.
roll to hit.
What?
It's 1d8, right?
No.
You roll
it
to
would
hit, so roll a d20, and you're
Okay.
going to add your to hit, which
Modifier.
I believe is a +7, or maybe +5. It's if you look on your under your crossbow.
+7.
There you go.
So it's a 21.
21 hits.
So you're going to roll a d8 plus a d6 plus 5.
I'm not used to rolling all these dice. The other characters not to. So that's 7, 12.
12 points of damage. You can see.
11. I'm sorry. No,
And-
just 12.
Got it. Let me make sure that it does not need to be. It does not need to be separated. As the bolt charges, and it's almost like this lightning bolt fires out of her crossbow, strikes this thing, and you can see that. It's kind of hard to tell because it's zombified. And you can see its rotting flesh and things like that. This thing looks a little bit more injured beyond the point of Admire's attack. But it takes an additional 12. And next. You have a bonus action?
No.
Okay. You don't want to hide?
Magnus. Magnus. Yeah, if you wanted to use your bonus action to hide, you can, since you didn't steady aim. So you have a bonus action if you wanted to hide so that it doesn't see you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll, I guess,
So,
crouch down.
yeah,
on
make a
the
stealth
wall.
check.
That 29.
What?
She died. I don't know what her name was, but she shot something and then straight up died.
Does it go up that far?
Does it go up that far? It might. If Orkira can get into the 32 area,
Holy shit.
yeah, of perception, yeah. So, Magnus.
I I need my own perception just to make sure. That's actually perfect. I'm going to see that someone decided to be all loud and proud, and I say, and I will move forward 10 feet. Exactly 10 feet.
I hear the growling. I'm like,
Are you moving over the rubble?
Yes.
Okay, it's done. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Perfect. I'm going to stay right there.
Yep.
Because that affects me. That puts me within 10 feet of all of my allies now. Well, not all. I mean, 2 in the back. And seeing that, I say, I don't know what you're trying to do, because I don't see the little girl. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you're trying to die. You're doing it good. And I will point my sword to the creature that I would assume, being such a high-ranking guard that I was, I know what that could have been.
Yeah, you instantly know that it is an eye tyrant of some sort.
Yep, don't like you. I say...
It's easy to know that it's undead because that pinged on your divine sense.
And I will scream out, and you will almost see like this power almost beginning to grow within their throat. And I say, as Almar of this city, like it is doing right now, I command you to fall! And as I say fall, there's like an echo as I cast command.
Nice.
Okay.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
Okay, it's
I'm probably gonna be good.
Let's go.
13.
No!
Yes! Yes!
Ooh, I was scared. I was like,
Of all the saving throws, that's the only one it has.
On its turn, it will use
it will use it to fall, yeah, to drop to the ground.
Yeah.
And that's all. It uses its action to do what I do what I said do. Oh God, oh Jesus.
Good,
Okay.
Good.
That is what I'm. No. That was 20. I moved 20 feet. Because I know that it failed, I will use the rest of my movement to get closer. I'll get 10 more feet closer to it.
Okay.
10 more.
So I'll be on plane with looking at Red growling, and I'll also put my shield up.
I'm just like, I'm sorry, there's a little girl over there. I'm
What?
trying to get its attention, and I point.
Got it.
You're doing a great job, though.
Next up is...
Thanks for the help.
Leon.
Yeah, Leon feels like he's been flashbanged. His ears are ringing. His vision is doing something. Is there a clear path? Is that Edmani right there?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a
This
clear
is
path just behind him?
Like if you want to pass through here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can pass through.
I'm gonna
Alex space.
movement and dash as close to that building as I can get.
30. You can then. This would be 5, 10, 15, 20. There she went.
You didn't make it in time.
There's an invisible clock.
She's hanging on the edge right here.
Yeah. So you
Hanging
can on
the
get
edge with
to
you?
this pile of rubble, but you are just like she could drop into your arms if you wanted her to.
Great. I'll plan on doing that.
Got it. But yeah, you can't reach her.
Right.
So that was movement action. Do you have a bonus action?
I don't think one that's useful right now. No.
Okay.
Do you say anything?
I can't.
You're just too focused, just like and too much in shock. Got it.
All right.
Oh no.
Is there a chink in the wall that Mitra can see through watching all this?
When you're, ducked down, yeah, you can look and see what's going on.
Edmani.
All right. Seeing all of this happening, I don't think he has it. The best thing he can do is he'll continue looking at the other rubble around him, and then create another catapult and launch it at second level at this thing. So you see, maybe this time, instead of a stone, it's like a giant piece of one of the walls that are broken down.
Mm-hmm.
And he just tosses a vial at it, and just as it splashes, it starts lifting, and he just goes like that. And with that, once again, dex saving throw.
Strong suit. Do some quick calculations. 1.
Wait, that's a critical failure?
No.
Not a critical failure,
Oh,
but it is a. I rolled a 2.
A modified 1.
All right, so
Dirty one.
Dirty one.
so with that, let's see how much damage. Damage. Oh, come on, give me something good. That is a where did the numbers go? Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah,
more
damage.
points of damage to it.
And then let me see if I can do anything else. I don't think in my bonus action would let me. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else right now. Let me see. Bonus action. Yeah. Anybody need healing?
Yes.
Who's near me?
I'm great.
Not all of us are
Question:
beefy.
would we have actually gotten a short rest while we were at the Elminster?
Would you all have allowed time at least 30 minutes?
This man literally left.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way. There's no
There you
way.
Oh my god, I can't. But my players asked me that. Sorry, it's just so weird to be on.
One of my favorite
Forever
things is when
DM.
a DM gets in the player scene, like, can I do this? I'm like, good one. Don't lie.
But Edmoni, you have no bonus actions?
Aside from healing word, if anybody wants it, but that will use up my first level, one of my first level
What's
spells.
your passive medicine? It would be 10 plus the medicine.
So you
modifier.
catapult a first level spell, right? At least.
I used a second level slot for the catapult.
Exactly. So you cannot healing word this round anyway.
Right.
You can only do a second cantrip as another spell.
Yeah, but I don't think that I can use a cantrip as a bonus action, right?
There is no. You do not have a cantrip that is a bonus action.
Right, exactly. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Do you want to move at all, or you like being in the center?
Oh boy, I think I'll try to go somewhere like behind one of the buildings or something, just to avoid being seen by this creature.
10, 15, 20, 25 to get at least 3/4 cover.
I love that base. That fire.
Eldritch Foundry does really cool explosive bases.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Sponsored.
Alright, so on the Beholder's turn,
Hey,
it will
girly.
use its movement to go down 20 and use its action to dash to go down
The rest.
as it is now on the ground.
I would like it noted. I did not say float. I said fall.
Yeah. That way, falling damage then?
Fair.
The thing about command is wording is precise for a reason. I said fall.
He said,
That is true.
14 points of damage as it just you watch it like almost as if it was killed.
It's just
And
turned
just falls, goes dead weight, limps, lands on its aside, and the eye stalk just slap against the ground.
Squishy.
I'd almost feel bad if you weren't a monster.
That part.
Because that really did look like
alright.
it hurt.
The Bible says care about all things, but this is Waterdeep, not.
That's its turn. Can't do anything else. Look at all those eye rays just not doing nothing.
Strategy.
You know what? Just because I want to do something, as it hits, one of the rays shoots out and just disintegrates this pile of rocks.
Fair.
Rook, it's your turn.
Fair.
Beautiful.
Rook does one of these. So what's going on? Oh my! It's a beholder. Yes. Okay. I think I got some for this. And pulls down his Lux Missimus, and I call forth a guiding bolt.
All right.
Awesome.
Nice.
That is.
I have a question that might unfortunately screw you.
Okay.
Since it fell, it'd be good for us.
Is
Is
it
it prone?
ranged? It technically would be prone.
Yeah!
But don't
Nope,
beholders
it is immune to prone.
Oh, the audacity.
in response, I play.
16
It is
total
somehow on the ground, but also not floating
to hit.
and not prone.
A 16 hits.
A 16 hits.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't want to take that. I was like,
No,
wait.
no.
I'm sorry. I gotta ask.
What does
Good question, though.
Rook's guiding bolt look like?
As it shoots out, it looks
kind of like a dove.
Okay.
Because he has to do all the dove work in his order. So it just kind of shoots out because he's always afraid when they come to deliver notes. He's like, oh, are they gonna fly at me?
Before you go any further, got it. A dove flies out.
3, 4, 9. 9, 12.
12?
12.
Hey, Rook, sing us that swan song. How does Rook kill the zombie beholder?
Yes!
As it just creates a hole inside of the beholder. And Rook's sitting there like, I just did that! I just...
Good job.
All right, easy.
That was... Wow, now I see why you all do this. I'm
So,
so thrilling.
Yep. So you hold up your holy symbol as you speak the prayer to Agma as this radiant dove forms, and as it slams in, it actually explodes into 1,000 pages as it goes out, kind of forming that glowing as scripture forms over its body, and then it just burns into it as the whole is the only thing left, as it is in the shape of a dove over a book as it collapses to the ground.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts. But as that happens, you all begin to hear other things. This, although as quick as it was, the thunderous slamming of rock and rubble, the lightning bolt coming out, the explosion of radiant light, the thud of a massive body hitting the ground, you hear other things being made aware of your location. And you hear, help! Help, I can't hold on much longer!
Oh dear. Can I take action now, or are we still in...
We are still technically in initiative.
But why? He's dead. It's dead. ¿Por qué?
It's dead. The other things are
I
not.
don't know where it went. Did you...
It's in another window.
Oh.
So while we have this, I guess, brief moment waiting for the next baddies to come, Mitra is actually gonna peer over the side of the wall, watching this little interchange between the two of you, like, "Aw, y'all kissed and made up. How sweet." Focus.
Reddard.
Oh. I don't know the emotional connection to this child, so I'm just gonna start sprinting towards it.
Got it.
And if I can make it in 30 feet, I'm going to give the help action.
20, 25, 30 is here.
Interesting. Are there bodies like littering the entire street? Yes.
Yes, there are bodies everywhere.
Corpses, like monster corpses like this?
Less monster corpses.
Tight. Then I'll use my turn trying to get the beholder zombie into the ruins of the building so that nothing would see that a fight happened here. It just looks like chaos. Like nothing's under control here so that we can dip into something.
Hopefully, whatever it was just loose debris that has taken its time to fall.
Yes, this noise did not come from
Give
over
me a
here.
strength check. Athletics.
Smart. Thank you. Natural 20 for a total of 29. I just
chuck it like a baseball.
Yeah. Some desperate rage fills you, and you pull this zombie beholder into the rubble with you. But yeah,
I just kind of sit there with it, and I'm like, that was the coolest thing I've ever done.
you can feel just your arms and legs get tired as you're pushing back, and it kind of slips on the rubble.
I feel proud of myself, and I go, take that, boss.
All right, Mitra. You're looking out. You don't. The beholder's dead, and this kid is hanging on. But you see Leon reaching up, about to do what he can to, he's in a good position to catch if said kid falls. What else? What do you do? What are you doing?
Does her dark vision give her any help as far as in the dust cloud and how weird it is? Okay. Right now she's doesn't really see how she could be of any help, so she's going to continue to hide.
Okay.
So and
You can ready an action if you so wish.
To shoot something if it comes. If a threat presents itself, you can shoot it.
I can go ahead and ready another bolt.
Yeah, sounds great.
Absolutely.
Next.
Your crossbow crackles with electricity. Next up is.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
That's
Cool.
not cool.
So you hear this crunching from the around, kind of coming over the this area. There's just this, as it comes around this building, you see this massive hoof just, and then you see wrapping around the buildings this tendril that's about 15 feet in the air as a second hoof.
You hear the sound of like wet bodies slapping together. You hear a gurgling sound of a mouth and a groan as this creature makes itself.
Oh god, not her. I will say though, context is everything. Continue.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Is it a disaster? I don't know.
Not a slapping wet noises.
That is terrifying.
Don't like that.
Um,
And moves up.
What nonsense is this?
No me gusta.
We'll say in the city, while everything was going into chaos, these were one of the more prominent things. When you guys did your sanity checks, the reason why you do not have to make another one right now is because you saw one of these before. Once you your brain comprehends it for the first time, you're able to keep the thoughts at bay.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I've understood that it's sight? Witnessing this thing is what kind of jars you?
No.
Okay.
Because your mind cannot even fathom that thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this what she was seeing?
And not exactly, but aspects you familiarize. Like, oh, hey, that looks a little bit familiar.
Nope.
Meter's gonna shrink just a little bit more.
Oh, you're not going to fire that bolt?
Got it.
I know, I love that. That's a great roleplay choice.
She said no thank you, actually.
Yep, so it is going to move up to here, and that will be its turn. It just moves.
Yep, movement in action.
Yep. As you see the three hooves just kind of maneuvering it, almost like going, and as it gets closer, you just hear whispers.
Nope.
Subtle whispers.
Magnus.
It's the audacity for me.
Yeah.
That's his game.
Wow.
Cross promotion.
Hashtag Sunday Crew.
I hate. Okay. Yes. Magnus began to turn around as Rook is celebrating, and he says, "You did good, kid, but don't let that temporary victory be your mess with your permanent perception." What the fuck is that?
Minus?
And as he sees that, there is a glow in his eye, and again he has these nubs for horns, and there's almost something glowing again, but again fades away. As he keeps his cool and just focuses on the task at hand, looks over to make sure that Leon and whatever is going over here is fine, and then Misty steps as a bonus action.
Love it. Where are you going?
Oh gosh.
Thank you.
And as he appears, he's doing the spinning motion as he attacks this thing twice.
Love it.
To make sure he's in between those two, Beavis and Butthead, and attacking that. So he's going to attack
Which one's
twice.
Beavis and which one's Butthead?
First attack will be a 27 to hit.
Oh,
That hits.
I'll do both attacks and then do
Sounds
damage
good.
at the end for ease. Second attack, Cleor, is a 2 on that die, so that's a 10.
never mind.
10 will miss.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. Aim it. So that's fine. First attack will do. What am I doing? This is one-handed. it will be 1d8. Let me make sure it's something real quick. Plus, okay. It's gonna be gross. 6 points of magical slashing damage plus gross again. 3 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Got it.
Good to know.
Gross again. As I thought. Disgusting.
I will let you know. All of that damage goes through. Nothing seems to be more boonful or baneful.
Noted. So I'll just keep it all together next time.
Yep.
And then I'll just put my shield up, and I'll look back again and say, "Don't get too sure of yourself. If you can't handle this, run." And I will
why you give him the
stay
boots.
where I am, in between those two.
You-
Oh,
check it.
wait. Nor, I'm gonna smite.
There it is.
Sounds great.
Totally forgot about that.
I know. I love that. It flavor it as a delay smite.
It's like, oh wait, never mind. Boom.
Yeah.
You're retired. You know, it's been a hot minute since you fought anything. You
I
know.
was thinking more a little bit of that latent radiant
Oh,
energy
got
that
it.
stays
Yeah.
inside, and then
Yes. So that's gonna be 1,
Magnus turns
3,
around like
3d8. Because I'm assuming this thing is not undead or fiend.
It is not.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks. That will be 15 more points of
Ooh,
radiant
nice.
damage.
What does your smite look like?
As the blade is already crackling with this magical, this radiant glow that doesn't seem to come from anything that he can create. But again, each time he does random magical effects, you just see parts of him begin to glow. It's just like, and it's almost as if he's siphoning or channeling the love that he has for this city. And as he stands proud to fight within Waterdeep, there's just this almost like a shoo pow at the end of the sword as it has this radiant explosive damage upon this nasty looking hentai creature.
Yeah. Checks out.
you're not wrong.
I love it.
hello.
And it's at this time
No,
No
you-
thanks.
there's
No.
a
No.
little bit of like
Mm-mm.
what sounds like
Nope.
someone shuffling their feet through
Mm-hmm.
rocks.
Uh-oh.
It's coming around this corner.
Just around the riverbed.
Around the bit.
Oh, excuse me, sir. This is actually a closed venue.
This is the Wendy's.
Ma'am?
Climbing over this.
Would any of us notice these?
I'm sure I do.
Oh.
Like our passive?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
I would say, yeah. With your head on a swivel
Yeah.
and with a ready to action, having you can see these coming.
Nope.
Absolutely.
We gotta go.
Yes, yeah. You see Waterdavian citizens.
Oh.
And
Is
even
that skin?
is you look and is that robes from the Blackstaff Tower on one of them?
As you see student robes.
No.
And
This is why you don't go to college, kids.
Stay out of school.
Oh no.
Stay out of school.
And Admani, as you like having like your catapult looking like up, like just having to kind of like it's dissolving as you look over, you see this massive aberration, the shuffling, you turn around and you see this zombie just come up, the decaying arm, like most of the flesh hanging off, and it just comes down and just swipes at you, and you immediately just without even thinking just kind of toss up, and this like caustic little brew kind of forms and like bubbles up and kind of creates as it just swipes that. I got a 7 to hit you.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, no, it is, yeah. I was like,
Did not roll well, so and
Right.
it hits that little like bit of smoke and foam coming from one of your caustic brews as it just completely misses you. The other one doesn't get anywhere close to.
Then you can take your ready to action if you so wish.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Which one are you shooting?
Yep.
Yeah, 4
All
to
of them.
choose from.
There's this one that's close to your group over here. There's this one who's clamoring over a fallen pillar, and there's these two that are coming over your newly acquired friends over here.
Can I take a swipe at the one that tried to?
Yes, of
Attack
course.
them.
Yep.
We can say that is what gathered your attention as you were looking towards this thing.
Okay.
You heard the attack. You turn around quickly, fire your bolt at.
Yep. So you're gonna make a roll at advantage because you're stealth, and it
Okay.
did not see you. So
Well, it has no eyes.
An advantage.
Advantage.
You
Roll
have
two.
advantage.
Yeah, I'm rerolling that.
Oh.
11. That was
11 plus.
Plus what? I'm sorry.
so this is with your crossbow. So look at your light
So
dragon wing crossbow.
18.
18 definitely hits.
Okay.
So now you're gonna roll your crossbow, which is a D8, plus your lightning damage, which is a D6, plus your sneak attack.
Let's go.
Oh, yes.
Round
Kick its
step.
ass.
Yeah. I did a dumb. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, nice. So 1d8 and a.
You know what? We're just
1d4.
gonna do this.
Oh my goodness, that's so much
6.
damage.
I don't know.
You got it. No worries. I think that should.
After that, I believe it's going to be
It's a 7 plus my
Leon's turn.
Yeah.
stealth attack is what now?
So your sneak attack
Sneak attack. Yes.
is 46. If you're on your actions and you scroll all the way down, you'll actually see your sneak attack damage down there, but it's 4d6.
Okay.
You should be able to just.
And then I'll do it. Hold on.
Oh, nice. There it is.
So it's an 18 plus 7, so 25.
25 points of damage.
25 points of damage.
And that was on the low end.
And that was the one that attacked Edmond.
Yeah. You just had to make noise and bring everything fucking here, you bright red bastard.
Well,
Oh, no.
And where did they go? Nope, that's what I want. Where are you? There you are. Yep, nope. And the your lightning crossbow bolt just slams in and just detonates, and just Admani just gets covered in gore and bits of skin and flesh and bone. As like from
Rotting
here
flesh.
up, it's just gone, and it just collapses to the ground.
Sorry about the whole bastard part. Yeah, a little something.
Thanks. Old man! And he kind of like yells out towards you, goes, "We have company!"
busy.
Leon.
Cleo, honey, it's me. I need you to let go. I'm gonna catch you. Let go right now.
Dad?
Cleo, I need you to let go.
I'm scared.
I have you.
I need
Let
you to
go.
make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion is. That's 22.
Nice.
And let's
Yeah.
go.
Go ahead and make a
I let her fall.
a dexterity check or dexterity save at advantage because you're ready.
At advantage. That is 13.
Easy enough. She falls into your hands.
Yep.
And I frantically just like search for wounds.
You
Couple scrapes just
Yeah.
from, hanging on to the edge of a broken building, but nothing major.
Great. That's all I'm gonna do for now.
And like lands and just like hugs you, and it's just like I hid, like you said.
You did great. And I just kind of just squeeze her face.
And kind of you see her like she kind of just squeezes you and goes, kind of looks around, and you kind of like keep her from looking towards the
Yeah.
massive aberration.
Keep her eyes on me. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is just like, we're gonna help people, right?
Always.
Good. Just like you taught, right?
Just like I thought.
And you see that she is gripping
Protect.
the dagger that you gifted her for her 10th birthday.
very brave little girl, but we're not doing that right now.
No, put it away. Run.
We're not making a stand right here right now.
We're absolutely not.
You're gonna put that away, and we're gonna hide.
Yep. But
Daddy's got a really big
can see things and will just kind of look to you and go, I'm good, and will hide. We'll go to hide, but stay, close to you. But if you need to, venture off, you can see that she's secure, is in a well-hidden area, and has dagger at the ready if need be. But
Holding it double-fisted.
Yep.
Great.
Even
I'm
if
not
it's hand
I'm not a
and pommel.
barbarian, but I turn around with a rage face.
Yep.
You see Red standing there like.
You have that was basically free action.
That was a free
you still
action.
got movement action.
Great.
Yeah, like
I go for the zombie that's right across the wall right there.
yeah. I mean,
Got it.
and I'm gonna say you can literally go right here with your maul and
Two-hand going
go
straight
ahead
down
and
on its skull.
advantage. You have the high ground.
It's like
Using
and-
high ground rules now.
Yeah, I mean, look,
It's not canon
22.
for D4.
It's not.
Yeah, I
It's not.
understand.
only for Leon.
I understand.
No comment on that one.
That was 22 to hit.
more so because it's a zombie climbing over a thing, and it's more or less prone right now. So
Yeah.
really what it is, but we're flavoring it. What'd you say to hit?
Yes, it was 20.
I assume
yes.
so. Yeah,
Oh, God,
it's
yes.
just like, okay, so that's 13 damage.
Again, 13 damage. All right.
And if that doesn't do it, I'm gonna swing it down on its head again.
Okay.
Okay.
That's 16,
16 hits.
and that's another 15 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
You're gonna roll. Add 3 of that. 7. And and just 1, and it staggers a bit, and you just bring it up and just slam it back down, and it just
It's like chopping wood.
like a comedian with a watermelon. You
Smash.
splatter that
And
all over the place.
it's all like, it's not warm blood. It's thick coagulated blood that spatters across your face.
Delicious.
Yep, and that one's gone. Pull it.
Could be mother's milk.
Yeah, it could be.
I'll take blood.
And you even have more like movement if you wanted to. Here, we'll save it. And you can. She's back. She's down here, and she's right by you. And
Cool. I might hop over that. How tall is that wall? Can I hop over it?
it's 10 feet up because it's like the first. No, I mean I'd say like you can easily hop over it with the rest of your movement, but that's gonna be your movement to land there.
Great.
And Cleo will duck into the.
She stabs the dead body you just smattered.
Speaking of
Might need to
splatter,
talk about that
would
later.
Rook have been splashed by the guts as well?
Got a little trauma right
Yeah.
now.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Rook, you're covered in guck.
Oh, this is. Oh, you think I need vinegar for this?
Oh.
This is like my nice ceremonial robe.
And money.
He just like staring at him, staring at the zombie. And, do I see any other ones
Yeah,
in the
there's
distance?
one
there,
over,
but in the sense of like, do I see any in the distance? Like, do we see?
No,
Okay,
it does
a
not.
I don't
bunch.
see anything
Any
else
other ones?
other than
Okay.
the
Okay.
giant tentacle monster.
Yeah, and it was these few that caught Magnus's attention, and they were just outside the radius to make sure you guys weren't walking into an ambush. It's more so they clambered over slowly.
Got it. Okay.
Like zombies do.
So I'm gonna turn to Rook. I'm like, you got this one, right? And I point to the other zombie that's on the other side.
And there's this look of expressions like I don't know what to say. Like what?
You got this. You killed the beholder. You got this.
Hey.
Just take it and swing. All right. I think I may need to help the other one first. And I turn around and I'm gonna. All mine are cone of attack types.
You can position yourself.
Okay, I think
It is tall.
Okay, because the other one I really wanted to use grease, so he would stumble.
Absolutely
No,
not.
I know. That's why I won't, because I'm like, you're in my way.
I mean, do what the
Grease-
story tells for
No,
you.
he wouldn't do it.
Grease, I believe, occupies the area of a large creature, and you could put it directly underneath this creature, which is large.
And
not
would it affect?
Not hindering him at all.
Oh!
Have
Oh!
fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's what I turn around and do I? How is it arranged? Oh yeah, 60 feet range. All right. So I turn like, well, let's see how well that thing can stand with this, and then I take another bottle. I'm like, all right, go long, and chuck it, and hopefully lands right underneath its foot.
Yeah, of course.
And
then
I
I
just
just-
looked down like, the hell is that?
And you just see like it starts from the center, it's just bubbles, and then it starts like spreading and oozing out underneath its feet.
like
It
that
needs to
weird
make a
foam.
dex saving throw.
Yep.
What did it get?
What's the DC?
15.
15. Okay.
So it got
As
a
it this like
47.
viscousy, greasy liquid just seeps out from the smashed vial that literally went right past Magnus's ear. The hooves hit it, and it's like a deer on ice as it just starts to do this.
Do the hustle.
No.
Yes!
And it goes down.
As it brings up a building.
As it brings
That's so appropriate.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But, hey Magnus, high or low?
Oh no.
You go high, I'll go into purgatory low.
I rolled a 3.
You got it.
It does not fall on you. It slips and goes down, and like tendril here, just like right in between you, and as it kind of goes, and you look up, and in the center of it,
There's this massive, like, lamprey mouth that opens up with 3 prongs, and you can see this tongue start to slowly work its way out towards you, and you can see just...
And as I look at this thing, I just turn around to Admati. Thank you. Turn back around.
And once again, Red's just standing across the alleyway going, because I have not done a single thing. I've just run around and thrown a dead body, and I'm like, what is going on?
that brings us to Rook.
Mechanical question.
Yep.
Is flanking?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you have advantage right now because it is prone, but if it gets up, there's no one else in combat with it, right?
Correct.
Right. You see Rook going through their book, and it's like, okay, most dangerous threat first. Okay, and then to page 33. It's like a in case of emergency clerical book, and it says use spell A732 to provide support.
Shoot it out of his hand so bad.
But Mr. Magnus, I'm gonna help. Mr. Magnus, I'm gonna help you real quick. As I cast Animate Undead. And with one of the many bodies that is around, I'm going to animate it so you have a companion fighting by your side.
Wow! Everyone has their uses.
Red's face.
Beaver's just gonna be like,
What the fuck?
Cool. We're going to give you Vinley's Summon Undead.
My sweet baby boy.
So, Ogma is truly with you.
Yeah.
Because I am not going to take this away from you, because Animate has a casting time of 1 minute.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But that was amazing.
so
And because
good.
that was amazing,
Yeah.
Ogma be with you, and your casting time goes from 1 minute to 1 action.
I love it.
And you straight up animate. Skeleton or zombies?
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Let's do zombie because I don't
Zombie?
think there's a lot of skeletons yet. But I'm also truly surprised that that's what the spell did. I was just kind of following the
tree
The
chart.
guidelines.
Yeah.
The flow chart.
I mean, you literally just took a book from the font, and you're like, in case, oh, no, this will be handy. Combat magic guide. Great, perfect.
Traveling
I just
cleric's
see- you
guide
just-
to the galaxy.
I'm fighting by numbers.
And then you look up, and it's like, deity prayer. It's like, Jurgal, or like, one of the like death gods.
Absolutely.
And you're like,
it's Jurgal.
oh well, all right.
He would write a book about that. You're right.
And
then-
Finley's Undead's over there.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll move to get in position with the other zombie and just like get in its way.
Got it.
Like trying to like pull out my weapon. I'm not gonna swing with it, but I have it like just finicky.
Trying to find a meat. How's this? All right, yeah.
When does your undead attack? I believe it's. We don't do.
It can go after you.
Okay.
It can go directly after you. Yeah, it'll take the turn after you. Just
And it's just gonna just do its little.
and roll a d20 at 3
Oh yeah.
With advantage.
With advantage, because
It does
flanks
a
and
little
flank.
dancey dance.
Oh, are you kidding?
2 4s.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Total
it's
Of 7?
Yeah.
Oh, it slams against this flesh, but it seems to not really
Yeah.
do anything.
Calming.
Oh.
Making drumming noises.
Yep.
Good
Red.
job.
It's practically petting it.
Oh,
Tell them around.
with my movement, can I get to either combatant? Can I either get to the thing or one of the zombies? Preferably to the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're gonna be right there, looking down that throat along with Magnus.
Oh my. How do I?
Be careful, that's nasty.
I'm like standing there trying to figure out how to hit it, and then I just start slashing at the tentacles, and every time Red swings out, his face goes from concern to like almost uncontrollably angry,
Ooh.
and then he says, "Tentacle 3," as he lunges for tentacle number 3, as he's telegraphing all of his attacks. Okay, do I have advantage? Am I also flanked?
It is prone.
Oh, you were correct. Sir,
Out of curiosity, when something is prone, is it just advantage, or is it like your attacks are also critical?
No. It's just advantage.
Just
if it
advantage.
is unconscious or
That's
paralyzed, that is
fair.
when melee attacks are
That's
considered
right.
crits.
Okay.
okay, so the first attack was a 23.
Yes! Is that a nat 20?
The second attack is a natural 20.
So for people that have not played at our table before, the way D4 does natural 20s is instead of doubling the die, your weapon die, right? The first weapon die is automatically maxed. 'Cause
Nice.
it sucks to roll
2 1s.
2 1s. But any flavors after that, whether it be sneak attacks or smites or whatever, those get doubled.
I am also going to use, just in case it decides to get back up, I'm going to use goading attack. So I'm going to add a d8 to this damage roll, and I need a wisdom save DC 14.
It seems to not care.
It's
It does
not-
not seem to single you out, as there are 3 things around it currently that its tendrils are all slapping towards.
Okay. All right, so that's 15 points of damage. Yeah, I rolled. Oh wait, 21. I forgot to add the additional 6.
Okay.
21, and I am tired of this thing. It's ugly. I'm going to use an action surge to attack.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Remember, you have Savage if you ever want to.
Reroll stuff.
You are so right. I am, because that was a 2, a 3, and like a 4. Much better. A 12 plus 12 is 24.
Are you adding the 6?
Yes, this time I did add the 6, so I did better this time. Action surge, I'm going to attack twice again.
Got it.
19 on the die.
Yep.
A 19 on the die.
Nice.
So 2d6 plus 6. for 10 points of damage, and this one is also going to be a goading attack again. So I can get another d8. So 17 total on those next 2 rounds of hits.
Another wisdom save.
And another DC 14 wisdom save.
As you bring the scimitar down, you actually slash off one of the tendrils as it hits the ground and keeps flopping a bit. But with that, you see all of the eyes that are on its body look at you.
And as one of those hits, I think that's when he does that last attack and goes, eye number 43, and stabs directly into the eye that looked at him first.
Okay. You go back to your training with Voss in the back alleyway, and where he tried to get you, goad you into attacking him. Although this creature is not a humanoid, you're watching the tendrils move, sidestepping, giving you that ample opportunity to cut one off and put yourself in the opportune position to stab out one of its eyes as you nearly dance with this thing.
And I'm just, it's almost, to bring a little comedy back into this tragedy, it's almost like Dance Dance Revolution with the tendrils. When he's not attacking, he's just like, oh.
Mitra.
Okay, so I think Mitra's gonna start with a bonus action, steady aim.
Okay, yep. Your
And
speed becomes 0 as you take aim. And what are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at the mouth of that tentacle bastard.
That's fair.
So she is going to just and point her arrows straight at his mouth and go for it.
Right, so you'll have advantage on the roll. So roll 2d20, take the highest.
Oh. That was so scary.
Slow your heart rate. Don't breathe.
Alright, so that's a 10 plus what? I'll remember this eventually.
Plus 6.
So plus 7 to
Plus
hit.
7, so 17?
17 hit.
Oh, okay.
Just hit.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, okay.
He watches all the tendrils try to wrap around the bolt as it goes through, unsure as if it hit, but you hear.
And you have sneak attack on this, so you'll have your 4d6 on top of it.
Okay. So there's 5. And then for time's sake.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's a 25 total.
25?
Oh, nice.
Sing us that swan song.
Yay.
Yes.
No, damn it. It was
Fuck
its
you.
turn next.
Fuck you.
So good.
None of your monsters get to take a turn.
So as Mitra is looking at this tentacle bastard sitting on his side, she's like shudders just a little bit, and she kind of twitches her eye, thinking of the one that she saw coming out of her face earlier, and so she steadies the crossbow, takes a deep breath, fires it, and the bolt just goes straight in. You see nothing, and then all of a sudden just lightning just shooting straight out of it as it just kind of explodes into a bunch of greasy bits.
Got it. You watch this thing explode,
Right
and
on all of the ones
its
standing
innards
nearby.
are that black ichor with that slight iridescent shimmer of silver in its blood, as it then begins to evaporate away. Magnus, it was almost the whispers that were there almost grabbed hold of your mind, but it is no more.
And it is your turn, and you do not have to start your turn with a saving throw.
Almost don't count though. And do I think this? So there's the. Well, now that the big threat is gone, which is great. I look at the other summoned zombie. I go, Joe. There is a zombie. There's a zombie that's next to Rook.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so a zombie next to Rook, and then one over here.
I'm not sure if you
that
can
you
see.
can't. Yeah, it's
Still
Still
out of your
trying to
line
tumble over the.
It's trying so hard.
It doesn't have legs, so it's just little. No.
These little legs are going.
I definitely feel bad.
Firstly, just to make sure, I'm not really trying to make a check, and if I can't, it's fine. That doesn't seem like anything else is immediately coming,
Doesn't
right?
seem like anything's
Great.
immediately coming.
Cool. Then seeing how Rook has like been doing pretty darn good so far. And seeing the mace that is now in their hand, there's a level of like extreme proudness that is coming over Magnus. And he steps forward towards that zombie. And I'm almost positive I can get there with my movement, I think.
I'm just like holding it at arm's length. Stay there.
Yeah, walking through allies, you can get there, and then you stop on the rubble right
Perfect.
next to
yeah.
Rook.
And as I step forward, I say, "You've done really well, kid. But let me handle this.
Well, gladly.
Because this is my city, and nothing else is hurting it." And as I begin to speak, you can tell my voice is getting more grovelly, and my eyes almost begin to glow. And where those horns have been broken off, you begin to see these divine versions of the horn finish what was once started as I rage.
Yeah, you do.
As a bonus action, and then I will attack this thing twice. I might not need it, but you know what? We're gonna find out.
FAFO.
Reckless. Sorry. That is 17 to hit.
That hits.
Let me go ahead and do this. You plus you. 12, 19, 21 points of damage for the first attack.
You just pummel into this thing, breaking it, bruising it. It drops to a knee, drops to another knee, slumps to the ground, and you stand victorious before an arm. Picks itself back up extremely slowly.
Now, curiosity. I know some of these things. I have been a captain for way too long, and I've dealt with my fair share of enemies, including undead. Did the radiant damage stop this or no?
You got it to 1 hit point.
That's fine. I see it get back up, and I go.
Yep. So wasn't the undead fortitude?
Yep.
It's just 1 hit point.
Oh wow! Noted.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it again.
Yep.
And that is another 17.
Yeah, that does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The radiant damage does stop the undead fortitude
As
from
it gets
happening.
back up, I go, fuck no. And I just like stab it into its head.
Yep.
Twist, and with that last burst of radiant damage, I think at the head, it just kind of implodes into itself.
Yep.
And like kicks the head. Ugh.
Absolutely. Yeah, you slam and twist, and the head comes off, and you just literally shake the head off the end of your sword as it clatters to the ground. And there is just one lone little zombie.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's two.
And
I didn't see that thing come up.
Yep, gets to over to Leon and is going to attempt to clutch you, Leon. Where'd you put her? She's hiding in the building. 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
As it just brings up and just slams against your armor as you just scrapes off.
You hear close it. Daddy, watch out! But that's its turn.
Yep. It's now your turn, Leon.
Oh, great. Well, swinging for its. You said it does have legs or doesn't?
No, it doesn't have legs.
I'm gonna make it not have legs.
Great. Love it. Yeah, just bringing them all over and just gone.
Let's probably didn't have advantage for that.
The remove the legs.
Cool.
It's
That's natural 20 for a 30 total.
You better work.
That'll hit.
Right.
So it's 2d6 full, and then I roll. Is that correct?
Correct. So it's 12 plus your strength mod, which I think is 3.
My strength mod is +5.
Or +5. Sorry. So whatever you roll, plus 17.
Oh my.
Okay. 25.
You bring and just crush the legs out. I mean, literally from like the lower half down, and it crumples.
Now it has no legs.
Perfect.
But it's slowly
puts a hand up, puts another one as a natural 20 on the undead fortitude.
Oh, jerk.
As
well, I'm gonna use my
begins to
second
pull,
attack to...
Yeah, it begins to like pull itself, just a torso now with arms, as it like reaches out for you. Make your second attack.
Do I have advantage on this?
Technically no, but
Yeah,
sure, why
fine.
not? Let's do it. I love it.
Great. That's 28.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Discuss that.
6 plus 3, 9, 16.
16. You bring it and slam, taking off the like lower half of the face. It just crushes in as it just goes down.
Oh,
And then just gets back up.
Kill it!
Kill it!
I'm gonna use my action surge.
Yeah.
You die!
Can't let the zombies show out in front of
23 to hit.
Yep.
That's shit. Not as good. That's 11 damage, I believe.
11, and you just come up and just cave the head in. It does not get up again.
No.
Perfect.
It is. Although you all, your passive perceptions and active perceptions notice that there shouldn't be anything nearby. This was a lot of commotion, and the beginning brought forth a little bit more. Only time will tell if more will come, and how much time you have before then is unknown. Now, with a young 10, 11-year-old girl, Chloe, your daughter. Yep, sorry, Cleo. Cleo. Basically attached to your hip, dagger at the ready, head on a swivel. What are you all doing?
I am charging this undead. I'm confused as to why it's not moving.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Just scimitar out like, is no one gonna do anything?
Oh, that's oh no.
Oh, that. Oh, nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Bother.
Oh, bother.
Rook, you see Reddard
Yeah.
charge forth towards this creature you did not intend to create.
Yeah. Oh, he's with me, or it's with me. The zombie thing.
I was hoping none of you would be like her. And he just turns around and starts walking back away from the zombie towards Leon and Cleo.
As the glowing divine horns begin to dissipate, returning, and you see nothing but the bulbs, the scabs of his once glorious horns remaining. You'll say, "We need to go." You know her?
Yes.
I'm going to start whispering, and it's going to take some time. So I'm hoping that we start to get a go. But I'm going to start summoning Fine Steed, so you have a ability to get her without having to carry her everywhere.
Nice.
If she can't walk herself, and then you speed to be a little faster.
I give you that cool like look of like a nod, like say, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Should we be quiet?
Yes.
Should I-
Specifically,
I,
you,
I,
think, yeah.
I do know how to cast a certain spell that can make us silent.
In one spot that we have to move.
I can make that spot my new friend. And I gesture over at the.
I don't understand magic like you do. Just do what you gotta do. And I continue casting the spell.
Actually, I might be wrong about that.
I'm double checking.
Silence.
Silence, yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Point you choose within range.
This point.
Yeah, the singular
'cause a
moving
point
point.
is a point in space and time, not a moving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are certain other spells like darkness that say that you can cast it on an object.
Yeah.
This one does not. So
Technically, with the rotation of every planet.
No, actually, maybe I was wrong. This book it's got a lot of floating. Sorry.
Let's go.
Where are we going to go?
We were heading to the castle. This is not the castle.
you are actually
you
halfway.
are in the
We're in the castle.
Yeah.
You're about halfway through. There's still a large point, but there's also the southern ward you might want to look into.
But didn't we need to get to the yawning portal?
Yeah.
Yawning
Yes,
portal.
that is your main mission.
Yep.
But we need to go to the Sorth Ward. Okay.
Yeah, there are other personal missions if you want to.
I
Advocate
think
for-
I think
you could secure Yawning Portal and then start venturing off.
When-
if you so
do
want,
I-
but
When we were talking to Elminster earlier, he said that the Yawning Portal was going to be like a safe place.
That's what you're starting to.
That's your job.
Yeah.
That's what we
That's
have
what
to
we're
do.
creating. Cool.
And you were saying?
Yeah, I think Atmani, like, he hears the Southern Ward, like, from the Southern Ward, does he hear a lot of screams or anything coming from it?
The whole city is... There are pockets of screams now.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not like it was. It's actually eerily more on the quieter side.
Okay.
There is like shifting of more debris and like weird sounds coming from just out into the darkness because it's the
The fog.
And then you definitely hear that like way off in the distance but it's like a quick and then cut off type of situations.
Oh,
So I think for him now at this point, he's like, I think the best thing that we can do is just go and get to the source of all this and hopefully find what we can do to stop it altogether.
are we going to pass through the market? Are we going to pass anywhere close to where I think my uncle's general's goods store is?
Okay, so there's the market, which you've already
Yeah.
passed through, which
Yeah.
is part of Castle Ward. But the Trades Ward, you would have to... Trades Ward and South Ward are more so on the east side of the city, and where you're heading is right next to that, but on the west side of the city.
I think Red looks at Cleo and everyone walking, and he just silently resigns to hoping that his uncle makes it to the Yawning Portal.
Okay.
And sorry, just for clarification, is the yawning portal not safe yet, or is it slowly beginning to become a safe
So,
place?
clarification. Elminster was like, you're supposed to get there and start the plan is to create the first layer of Undermountain and to create that as a safe haven. He did mention that there should be others, but your job is to secure Yawning Portal.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't know if you do not know if the Yawning Portal is compromised or is secure, but your job is to get to the Yawning Portal, go down the well, start clearing out Undermountain.
Gotcha. Okay. But there are potentially other things in the South Ward as well. And how close is the South Ward to the Castle Ward?
As far away as possible. Like it is the very tail end of the tip.
The thing is, the Castle Ward is all of this.
Yeah.
So the Castle Ward stretches the longest, and at the bottom of in the interactive map.
I am in there. It's being Oh, there it is. There, that's what. Okay, yeah.
So
Still the furthest point away.
yeah, but yeah. So there's the Trades Ward that's right next to the Castle Ward, and then just south of that is the Southern Ward.
He will hold his hand up for a second as he's casting, and he says, "Our ultimate mission is to secure what's beneath the yawning portal. But there are other places that we need to make sure that there are other survivors, and then all congregate at one place. It might be smarter for us to go to the South Ward now.
From the southward, that's farthest from where we need to go. We'll just be double timing it back and forth.
But if we stay in the Castle Ward, we won't know if the South Ward will survive, and if we're one of the only people left." And you see him pause when he says that. "Even if I know there are someone that might be people down there who could help."
All right, I'm with you.
Don't we need a place to get them to if we save them?
Mitra's gonna jump down the rubble to finally come down to you guys and say, "Church dude's right. Like, if we don't have a safe place to go to, then bring a whole bunch of people with us. They're just gonna be a liability in the end. So we should probably have a safe place to bring all of them back to. Yeah."
The truth of the matter is, time is of the essence. We make a decision, something's going to suffer.
Listen, Magnus, you've been at this for a long time, so whatever you decide, I'll follow you.
I
But
am retired. I am not a general. I am not a captain at this very moment. I am not going to make a decision for all of y'all.
We're going to save the most people by having a safe place for them to go.
Then we go to the yawning portal.
We'll secure it, and then
And then we'll go rescue the others.
I think at that moment there's like a and you just shut up. As there is a very much like a traditional like guard horse thing that has like the accoutrements and stuff all on it. I mean it's all just spectrum, nothing's really taking effect, but he will guide it over to Leon and Cleor. Yes. Maximus.
So I think I heard earlier that you guys are choosing to move a lot more stealthily.
Yeah.
So if everybody can give us that good old stealth check.
Guidance. I have disadvantage.
Oh, it doesn't even matter if I add the D8 or not. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh, that's tartar sauce.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20, but it's at disadvantage.
Oh, we were doing it at a disadvantage?
No, I have disadvantage.
He has this because he's wearing plate mail.
Yeah.
But 16.
Oh, wait, but and plus you said +8 for the guidance. Oh, I thought
No, that's
Oh,
other
that's
stuff.
on
That's
him.
other
Yeah,
stuff.
I have
You
a-
just roll
I
a
have
d20
another-
at
Yeah, that was a 4.
Okay, Reddard.
8.
8 sounds good. Leon.
7.
16.
That's low for you.
I know.
If I may, like while we are walking, could I send out my homunculus forward,
always.
Podrick, as a scout?
Yeah, sure.
How far ahead can he go?
Look at his speed.
I'm looking.
And what'd you get?
17.
I was like, if I
Roll
get
with
the highest with
disadvantage.
disadvantage, something's wrong.
I did not roll very well. I'm a little shaken.
Okay.
Something's wrong.
What are you doing with your homunculi?
Just as a scout to go ahead in front of us to help out this and know if there's anything in front that we should avoid.
Go ahead and give me a perception check with your scout. It would be at disadvantage because of the fog.
Okay.
To get as much because I'm trying to give you a boon right now.
Got it. I'm just trying to think. They shared my same stats in terms of scouting, or okay,
No,
I'm trying
it has its own stats. If
Go
you
to
go,
your
Oh, there it is.
extras.
Okay, I found it. Okay, and then so which one did you want me to roll?
Perception.
if it doesn't have perception, it's your wisdom modifier.
+4. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. But at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. You do see some things, and you're able to navigate the group. What was your stealth check again?
Mine was a 4.
4.
Is anyone hurt? Like badly?
I don't think so.
I
I think
was literally about to ask with one of my class feats called Know Your Enemy. I think I've spent about a minute with all these people. I would like to know if their strength score is higher, lower, or equal to, and their current HP is higher, lower, or equal to than 77.
Higher or lower?
Higher or lower? Hold on. My HP total is higher or
Current.
lower than 77? Is that what you're
Current
saying?
HP.
It's lower currently.
Know thy enemy. Yes, it's much lower.
lower.
Yeah, lower.
Both goes higher.
And then what about the strength one? What was that?
The
about?
strength score, my modifier is +3. I get to know modifiers.
Oh,
Not modifiers specifically, if
Higher
it's
or lower?
higher or lower than 3.
Lower.
lower.
As he just sizes everyone up quietly because, hey, I don't know y'all.
But I look around the group and to see how's everyone looking? If
Mitra's pretty banged up.
yeah.
She got trampled on.
Yeah, I.
Got some scrapes.
If you.
Maybe.
As I'm walking, I'm gonna go and cast Prayer of Healing.
Thank you. I love that spell.
And that's gonna be 4d8 plus 5
Nice.
to up to 6 creatures.
How much?
4, or 8. 8 plus 5, 13 plus 5, 18 hit points.
Oh.
If that goes above our max.
No,
Okay.
you just healed your max. That's all.
Okay.
With me being one of them.
And then I begin to vomit because this is way too much for me, and with the shock and the adrenaline is starting to wear off.
Are you still hurt after?
Just like 2 hit points, 4 hit points.
He will notice this. He's making sure that Bella is the name of the horse. He'll tell Cleora this. I was going to call her Cleora. So she can, get situated, and you as well. But he will come over again and just kind of pat you on the back as you're like heaving.
Here, smell this. And he does like one of those like just to get him.
That's strong.
Well, now you can't think of the vomiting now, do you?
I'm surprised you held it this long after being sprayed with zombie guts.
You're doing well. Don't overexert yourself.
Okay.
I will put 2 points of lay on hands on you. Or I'll make a check to see how much I would think I would need to put into him. I don't want to get
Give me a medicine check.
Yeah. That is 6. I want to put 10 points of lay on hands on you.
That actually does bring me up to full.
Nice.
And as you're making your way further and further south through the castle ward, skulking through buildings, there's sounds that just echo out in the silence. Sometimes it screams. Sometimes it's skittering, sloshing, something. You're not sure if you're being hunted or if it's just other amble things walking about. Your homunculi notices a few creatures. As you see more undead, you see more of those, not the tendril ones, but you see more of those satyr-like beings that are also just crawling across the buildings, looking around. And you saw like the tail end of liquid just floating through the air, crimson in color.
No, thank you.
Eventually, you all hear a couple of passives again. I know they're
14.
great.
Mine's
13 here.
15.
19.
Perception, right?
Yep, passive perception.
15.
And then dirty 20.
18.
Or 18.
18. So once again, Mitra and Rook, you hear a group of people. Shh, I hear something.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Yeah. I think that didn't sound like the undead things we've been seeing. It sounded like people.
They're speaking.
Don't yell.
You see something?
We hear
I
something.
was gonna say something.
No.
Okay.
Divine sense. Just to confirm.
There are things,
Of course, yeah. I'm expecting to get plates of things, but
Yeah.
but where they've pointed out where they hear voices, no.
Okay. Even though that doesn't mean things aberrations are here as well. Doesn't seem like something nefarious, but stay on your guard. Speak, but understand that it might not be good.
Hello? Are you undead creatures?
I just said that weren't nefarious creatures, you wouldn't be undead.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Did they just ask if we're undead? I don't know. Did they? Well, if they're asking us, that doesn't mean that they're not undead, right?
Can undead speak?
Are you undead?
Not the last time I checked.
Well, we will be if you guys talk any louder.
I do have an undead companion with me.
My patience is.
But he's under my control. I'm a cleric. It's okay.
Stop talking. Mitra's gonna go closer. We're the good guys.
Okay. And as you move up to the rubble of this house, you can see that there's a small, like, little arched hole with a gated bars and glass, and you can see that's broken. The glass is broken. You
I don't
can
like
see
glass right now.
through your dark vision. You see the movement of quite a few people hiding out in a basement.
So she's gonna like. How many are down there?
You hear an older man speak up.
There's 10 of us.
Okay, hold on 1 second. She's gonna climb back down. There's 10 people in there.
If they're fine, then let's. Is this the only water?
No.
No.
This is just.
You're still on the way.
Gotcha. Okay. Then let's see what we can do for them, just to make sure.
Do we want to try and bring them with us, or have them stay put until we know that it's
Still
safe?
too many people to travel with.
Maybe we can ask if there's any of them that can actually help. Perhaps fight.
I'll go to where Mitra went, and I will hold up my what's the word I'm looking for? I'll hold up my sword for a moment, and just for a moment, it's gonna start to glow a little bit, just so they can see my face and more so see my garb.
Yeah,
so they know that I was.
Yeah, put garb of armor of the city guard.
And then immediately go back out, so it's not drawing attention.
Yep.
And you kind of hear, guard.
I thought they were all gone.
So did I.
We are heading to the yawning portal.
We're trapped down here. It collapsed. We can't lift it.
I look over to Leon, like kind of
Yeah,
drag over.
I look at the. What are they trapped by?
And he'll point. I can't quite see it, but that side of the house is a cellar door. Debris fell on it.
Oh.
Give us a moment.
Yeah, I'll leave Cleo with Bella and.
Yeah, and I'll whisper for Bella to stay close to the group, just so.
But you go over. Are you going to? What are you doing with this? You see that there is large rubble. Not something that you couldn't lift and pull away, but it would probably take a little time and a little effort, especially if you wanted to continue to do so quietly.
Are there things around? I know he said with his divine sense he was sensing stuff, but
nothing prominent.
And nothing that seemed to be noticing of you yet.
Cool. I'm gonna try to lift it.
Yeah.
Wait,
one second.
we should do it quietly.
Stage whisper.
Now he whispers.
You're learning, young Wadapon.
I did take 4 years at the clerical school instead of the standard 3, but
On purpose?
I just took a lot of electives. I could cast that silent spell, so we could just do it real quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Don't do that weird mouth thing.
I think that was just that one spell.
Got it.
And I cast silence on the rubble.
Got it.
Yeah.
You do your arcane maneuvers directly from the book. I have to do this, then this. And you all hear silence begin to build. And if you've ever been anywhere, it sounds like an oxymoron, but you can hear silence. It is very eerie as a bubble.
And Monty, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, so how big is this rubble? Like, is it like, how heavy is it? Like,
Too heavy for what you're thinking.
I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking.
Catapult?
No.
Okay.
No.
There are large pieces. There's not like one giant chunk.
Oh.
So it is a couple of large pieces. But if you had something that was squirrely, I'm ready to play. Let's go.
So I have enlarge/reduce. So I can reduce this rubble to 1/8 of its weight.
You know what?
Enlarge one of us.
You can.
Oh, that's the other thing I can
do. You could reduce one of the larger chunks.
That's why, because I was thinking like
reduce
if it
the
was
DC.
one large rubble,
yeah,
I could just reduce that one single one. But if it's multiple, and then the other thing I also have is enhanceability.
Which is also very good.
But the thing is, I don't think I have enough spell slots to do both. So
you could only do one because both of them are concentration.
And then that's the thing. Either way, I wouldn't have been able to. So, trying to decide which one would be more appropriate in this situation.
How long does that last?
It's up to a minute. The duration is up to a minute for enlarge or reduce. I think
1 hour for enhanceability.
Yeah.
I think when the enhancement. Yeah. So, So who's about to go?
He will. Being a guard and knowing that guards have to do multiple type of things, I think can key on that's something potentially you're gonna do. So give it to Leon.
All right. And you see him dig into his pouch of bag of holding, and then kind of pulls out a drink. And he goes, "Yeah, that's still good. That's still good. Here,
And Reddard,
it might taste funny, but
as you make your rounds, kind of doing a perimeter as you stepped away, you come back and you see that your group has found about 10 people hiding out in a basement that are trapped underneath some. The cellar door is trapped underneath some rubble. Do you drink it?
Yeah, I drink it.
so when you drink it, so that one gives you the strength of a bull, or bull's strength, which essentially gives you an advantage on strength checks, and doubles your carrying capacity.
Great.
And I'm gonna cast a guidance myself as I do these things because it's a cantrip. Keep it
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm just strong.
Leon, all of a sudden, your clothes are extremely tighter as your muscles begin to bulge, and it's as if a bodybuilder carb loaded right before the competition.
Cut the water away.
And you
Stop
can, you can see all of the veins. Just,
Yeah.
How old is Leon?
Yeah, how old is
He's like
Leon?
38.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Red is like moving rubble and then just kind of sees that and is like, okay.
Back in my day. He's like 52.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Just straight strength.
But you have an advantage.
Then are we doing the same, or what's gonna work best for y'all?
He's got a bonus, and he's also doing a bonus. Let's let them both roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I got 22.
and then I just have expertise in athletics.
You're the help.
Then if you want to help me, I'll get advantage from you.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Perfect. I don't. The dice has been weird today. The dice have been weird today, but I have a D4. I have a D4.
That's the name of the show.
That's the name.
Said
I
it.
love it when that happens.
Confetti falls from the ceiling.
19.
Okay.
for my
19
athletics.
and
I got 22.
22.
And with the silent spell, you're able, it's big enough that you can easily just start chucking. You don't even need to worry about
Making
slowly picking up
Because there's no sound.
no sound.
Nice.
And
Oh, that makes everything easier.
Just don't throw away because it'd be like no sound. Doom! Somewhere else.
Hey, we wouldn't hear it.
you see that a lot of the wood is crushed and broken and splintered, but the iron bands that are around it kind of hold it together. So you're able to open that as well, and you see not a family, but a smattering of people that found a
Someone
small
say it might have
refuge.
been one of their houses. You're not sure, and they are just like.
I hold up my finger.
And there's a-
I put my hand on that person's head and I'm like, and then I help start pulling people.
Yes. And I'll
Yeah.
nod for you to say that the silence can go away. For now.
And as you throw away the key,
Good thing is, we need to bring it back. It's a ritual spell. So.
and that what you perceived as silence before then got consumed in real silence. Now silence is deafening as the world around you is just that soft hum of the natural thing.
and that older gentleman who spoke before. Thank you.
We are heading to the yawning portal. However, we would not advise all of you to come. My suggestion, if some of you are able to help, and you truly do, not being brave, if you're able to assist, come with us. Otherwise, stay here, and when we get the yawning portal secure, we'll come back.
Yeah, and he's like, I've got a cobbler, a couple of servers. We're not fighters. We're not watch members. We're not guardsmen.
That's okay. We can stay here. You go secure. The yawning portal's not too much further, but thank the gods. God on God's day is bad as everything is fallen. They've really. True hope still stands. The gods sent you all. And as she looks,
I'm pretty
towards you,
sure his muscle, and my potion did everything, but that's fine. Yes, whatever.
Meter's gonna punch you in the thigh.
And the older gentleman speaking goes, "No, Water Davians did this.
And I say, Elminster sent us, not a god.
But no matter what you believe in, understand that we will make sure, including you, will make sure our city comes back to us.
How long should we wait before you? Should we head to the Yana portal now?
How long do I? How far away is it? Do I think?
You're a couple blocks away. You're not far.
Now say. You have cobblers. You have folks who potentially can get you some food for a moment, rest for about an hour or two, and then come up.
How close to dark is it?
It is encroaching soon. You can see it's hard to tell exactly where the sun is because of the haze, but you can see that light is dying. It is probably around sunset. It is not dark, but you can see that there are definitely harsh shadows on one side of buildings, even through the haze. Well, then I guess I have to thank the Water Davians. Is there anything that we can do?
Stay safe.
Stay quiet.
You said you were a cobbler.
Oh, cobblers! I'll go get them. And goes and you see another older gentleman still wearing the apron with the leather working tools and stuff like that. And just, your shoes need fixing.
No, it's always good to know a good cobbler. I'm sorry. This is probably not the time. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's just I have sometimes hard to focus.
I'm going to stab you.
Yes, I get that. Okay.
I promise you, your boots will not need any cobbling for quite some time.
I mean, I really like them, but they got this goo on them now.
Just wash it off.
If anything, start using some of what you know and flip it for a profit. Stop making armor. You might need it.
It's not really my forte, but leather's leather.
My forte isn't babysitting, but look where I am.
Meeter's going to look up at you and be like,
But then you see his eyes go to Bella. Babysitting my horse. But we should be off.
Right. Oh, would this have counted as like a short rest for us?
You can take this moment to short rest if you so wish to kind of find a small safe haven within this in the cellar talking to these folks for 30 minutes if you so wish.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what comes back during a short, not spell slots or anything, right?
No, you just get some hit points.
Yep, you can spend hit die to get hit points back.
Certain features.
Certain features, yeah. I'm not sure if anything on yours.
Those that have action surge, you can get that back.
I didn't use much of it.
Second winds, if you use them.
Yeah, not a lot.
so it'd
Can I
be
get a
one-
general vibe check on this group of people?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
Just fuck up at one of them.
That's where is insight? 28, dirty 20.
30, 20.
20.
Scared.
Yeah, overall terrified. There's a little bit of hope now.
Yep.
But a promise of hope and actual hope are two different things. So
Are there any other kids?
There are some kids, yes, and teenagers and stuff like that. But it's just a smattering of races and
Racist.
ages, ageist.
Just before we leave, I'm gonna pull Cleo aside and say, "Hey, kiddo, I have to go to work again."
Okay.
You're gonna-
You don't want me to come with you? I
You'll
can help.
You'll be safe here with these people for a
Got
while.
it. You want me to protect them?
Exactly. And I'm gonna give her my crossbow.
Aw.
Yep. Takes it and just like you taught her, pulls it back.
Yeah, you see, she has to put a foot down on it, and how most people load a heavy crossbow, she's loading a regular crossbow.
And then I just emergencies only.
Okay.
Whichever one of you it is. I don't know who.
The older gentleman kind of looks at that. Your daughter.
Yeah.
Keep her safe.
Cleo is her name.
And before we head out, I kind of lean into Cleo and kind of give her a little vial and just like, remember how your dad became super strong drinking this? It's just like, it's literally honey and water. It's nothing, but it's for her to kind of get that confidence to be like, okay, you'll be fine.
until your dad comes back to kind of like,
Got it.
okay.
Thanks. Hey, Dad?
Yeah.
Knowledge before power.
And the other thing that
You're supposed to
Leon didn't forget, but
Yeah.
I did.
None without both.
None without both.
As we're leaving, I'll take out of my bag and just leave a stack of pamphlets about Agma. They're like some little prayers, about services that are happening, things like
Gotta
that.
be that guy.
Do you know Seisha Valisbard? Lord Keeper?
Oh yeah. I don't know, but I know of
Lord Seeker.
She's a
Lord
seeker.
Seeker.
Yeah.
It's your titles are weird. I just noticed the pamphlets and if the yawning portal doesn't work out, I may know the alley that they brought up earlier. If you're ever looking, that's I know she lives on that alley. Is what I'm trying to say. In case you're looking.
Sounds grand.
And then he just disappears away from this not confrontation, but conversation.
Yeah.
Because he suddenly gets very awkward that someone was nice to him. And he just goes and stands next to Magnus again.
And as Red comes over, I'm just going to look at Bella. And there's going to be like a very clear understanding between us. And I'm going to look at Leon and say, Bella's going to stay here. I have communication with her way past the yawning portal's distance. And if anything happens, she will let me know.
Thank you.
Your daughter's safe.
And Bella just like nuzzles her snout like right under you, kind of putting it on the bridge of the long nose, and kind of gives you that like nuzzle, and then just gives you that nod.
And I will give her a kiss on her nose. And I will say, I'm going to see Thormir for you, okay? And let her go hang out with Cleor.
Edmani, because
Yes.
I'm sure your eyes kind of fall to the pages that are being left behind. You see someone else kind of come up from the shadows, grab them up, and rip them, and throw them away. And she says, if the gods cared, they wouldn't have let all the high priests die at the plinth.
I'll lean to this person and go, don't believe in anything else besides your own power. Trust me. Yes, sure, they might help once in a while. That's on their whim.
Who's to say they actually exist?
Well, I can say they probably do. But whether they care or whether they actually want to help for the sake of wanting to help, or that changes from god to god, and I will never rely on any single one of them. But if you have the power and the capability, protect them. And whether they believe it or not, whether they believe in these gods or not, doesn't matter. There are people, and you save them.
As the old man said earlier, Water Davian saved us. And if we survive, it'll be because of Water Davian's will, not a god's.
Agreed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And she'll shake her arm for him and send you on your way if you guys are ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep, start heading out.
Alright, and I need stealth checks from everybody again.
Yikes.
Guidance.
Oh yeah. Okay. This one I am going to add my ambush D8 to, because it's not that bad.
2.
12.
Okay.
Still not bad for
plate.
For plate. Ready?
23.
Plate
I
with a
rolled
plus
a
0
9,
too.
and then
Wow.
an 8 on the D8, and I have a +6.
Nice. Leon.
5.
Rip.
Mitra.
17.
You're higher by 1. And mine?
21.
Ooh, there we go. And Rook. There it is. There's the balance.
Yep.
There's the balance.
Yep.
23.
Yeah. It's 5, 17, 21, and 4.
My disadvantage was a 9 and
Huh?
a 12.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Ooh. That's why I took that Battlemaster ambush maneuver.
Over on that side. I don't like that.
All right.
Oh no.
Is that we're doing group averages.
Ah, okay.
As you are group stealthing together,
Yep.
as you are using your homunculi to
Yeah.
point out locations, you may be using more of your divine sense if you so wish. If not, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely
I got more.
Got
I
it.
definitely think Reddard falls back into old habits in times of panic like this. So he almost takes on the body language of
Mitra.
Mitra and looks almost more rogue than anything as he begins to move through the alleys.
Got it. And because the homunculi and the use of the divine sense, you see things that are brought to attention by your noises or something, but you're able to navigate around them before they make any headway towards you. But it is at this time, as a large chunk of building falls, and you see vials and everything as a potion shop, and an explosion goes off from the mixture of caustic chemicals. As everybody can make a dex save first.
You are next to me. Get a +4.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you know what? Trex. I'm helping
Hold
all
up.
y'all.
Hold up.
So +4.
Magnus,
6.
good.
Um,
I got a 21, and I'm going to use my reaction as a shield master to duck behind and take no damage.
Okay,
Absolutely.
got it. And
so
Leon,
so,
Mitra,
fuck you.
That was actually terrifying.
You said +4.
+4.
17.
17.
Okay. So I got originally. This was what was a saving throw? Dex saving throw, right?
Uh-huh.
So I technically got a 7 plus your 4, which is an 11.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have something called Flash of Genius,
Yeah, you do.
and essentially
It's a
plus 3
Yeah.
for all of y'all's because you're within 30
Oh,
feet.
yeah,
of...
okay, so if you...
You can.
to
It is a
one.
reaction. You can do 1.
Oh yeah, but it says when you or another creature,
Yes, but you
another
only get
creature
one
within
reaction.
30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction.
Yep, and you only get 1 reaction
Yeah.
per turn, so you
Go.
can give it to yourself,
Yourself.
or someone else.
Okay, so I'm sending out an 11. Who's got the word?
Keep your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Give it to
So
yourself.
I'll get a 14 then.
Okay,
And is that with the +4?
Yeah, total of
got it.
14.
and then Rook.
8.
And
That's with the +4.
I mean, feel free to say no because it seems sudden, but I see it, but I can't react fast enough.
You react enough for the...
My danger sense is what I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
yeah. You react for the falling of the...
Yeah, I'd say you can get danger sense.
Yeah, because then I saw you saw the vials, and then
Okay,
the
go.
so-
Listen, I'm all okay with saying no if it's not
Yeah.
it. Yeah, is that 6 or 8? No,
Words?
12 on
Okay.
total.
Oh.
Got it.
All right, 12. What'd you get?
21.
A lot.
21.
Oh, you got everybody
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Still feel.
Magnus and Rook, you're going to take 30 total damage, but it is fire, lightning, thunder, acid, and cold in types.
I need to know what the fire is.
It's
Okay.
so it is.
All.
Hold on.
Gotcha.
It's all of them in one. So if you are resistant, then
It's 15.
just take 15
Bet.
because it is literally all of the elements in one.
Yeah. You
Ow.
take no damage. If you saved, you take half, so that would be 15.
Yep.
So Rook, you also take...
You
All of it.
take none.
You have your rogue. You have evasion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twins.
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
As Mitra dives behind Rook.
Wait,
Save me, church man.
I'm like, what side? Oh no.
I was like, oh, maybe Ogma does exist.
And my shield just deflects all of what I would take directly at Rook. Like, I don't even know.
Yes.
Just.
Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Close your mouth.
I guess Oh, yeah. Oh, my face hurts.
oh boy.
Oh, everything is just all the sticky is now it's seared into me.
Now I feel bad about you giving me healing points earlier.
But from this explosion, you know that your presence or something is going to investigate this.
It's time to go.
As you hear skittering that sounds like both across, like digging into the wall, but also as if liquid was flowing.
And Rook and Mitra will be the first to spot it as you see scampering across the upper, like, second story of a building is this 6-legged creature made of blood.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right,
As it's just like, and it just, this head forms out of it as you see this maw open up of just razor sharp, hardened blood teeth as it just looks over at you and just lets out this shriek.
We've been spotted.
And it charges, and you look and you know that you are maybe a street over from the Yawning Portal.
And you see amongst the rubble, despite everything else, there's this single building standing. It's hard to tell how much damage is on it because there are other buildings kind of leaned and crumbled against it. But the Yawning Portal is probably the most famous tavern. Okay. Most famous tavern in all of Waterdeep seems to be holding pretty strong. What are you all doing?
When I see this thing, I'm covered in zombie guts, right? I just had my face sizzled off by potion explosion. I'm having none of it.
Ooh.
I flip to the back of the book,
Oh no, not the back of the
and I cast banishment.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So what happened is, from the explosion, you heard things and you saw.
This is chasing you.
What in the heck?
That's a blood spawn.
Don't like
It's
that.
a ball spawn.
Yeah, ball spawn, but it's easier to say blood.
From who's that?
I prefer to say children.
Children. But as this
I
thing
said from
comes
who, though?
rushing, Rook stands up, dusts himself off, opens his book, and begins casting banishment. And what save is that?
That's gonna be a 17.
On.
It's a wisdom save.
Okay.
You don't even live here.
It's not smart.
It's charisma.
Is it?
So it's
Wait,
probably worse.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm hoping charisma's worse for a blood bowl.
It is charisma. It is charisma. Sorry.
You'd be correct.
Yes!
Yay.
I am a tactical mindset today.
All right. What's your DC?
17.
17. Okay. You see this form as the maw of hardened blood fangs, rows and rows of it, skittering towards you, lunge off of it.
All of you see Rook trying to desperately cast. What are you all doing in this moment?
So Mitra's behind Rook, so she's like holding onto his garments, going, "Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it."
Yeah. I'll
I mean,
kind of like step in front of Rook and try to like
Got it. You okay?
guard him.
Got it.
Same, yeah, basically.
Creating this
I'm
shield
staying
wall.
in my stealth.
Okay.
I just continue to stand there.
I think at this point you just see he's just like getting ready to like digging through his bag to find the vial that he really wants.
Got it. So a shield wall forms in front of you as you cast this thing, and both, because you're hiding, both of you see this blood creature just feet away from you as it disappears.
And I'm just like this behind all of you.
Did it work?
Are we hugging at this point?
Yeah.
Both of y'all hiding behind your shield for it to fall upon, and it's like waiting for a baseball to hit your glove, and it never does. And as you look up,
There's nothing.
Except pamphlets of Ogma.
But in the distance, you hear.
Run!
I will distinctly say, it did not go pop.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
And that is because,
Yeah.
the reason why you know firsthand is you watched
Ball's here.
you watched blood be pulled from people that are of this plane.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That
But
fucking sucks.
But a minute is plenty enough time to make it the last block.
Yes.
As you make it into the yawning portal, throw open the door, and you see it is barren and empty. And you're expecting to see a gruff man with a handlebar mustache, Durnan, but you don't. Instead, you see a red-headed lass with freckles and a slight shimmer to her eyes. She goes, "Oh, thank the gods you're here."
Divine sense.
Does not ping as anything.
Who are you?
I'm Bonnie. I'm the waitress of this establishment.
Right.
And you see her standing over by a lever system, and there is a massive platform on a pulley system over a massive 20 to 30 foot diameter well that goes down into darkness.
What is everybody's surface thoughts? Let's go around the table.
Making sure that, because I live in the Castle Ward, so I've been to the Yawning.
Oh yeah,
Portal.
absolutely.
Yeah. Make it, but more so, making sure Bonnie is Bonnie, making sure nothing else is in here. Where the hell is Durnan? But mostly just concern, agitation, duty, all just focused.
As all of that, she just instinctively, reactively just says, "I know you're probably worried about Durnan. He's on a mission with Mert. What are you thinking?"
He's not here. My uncle isn't here. That's it's just repeating on a loop, just looking at the hole.
She goes, "I got word from Elminster that he would be sending someone to make this a safe haven, and I'll help you all I can. I don't know where your people are, but hopefully we can start bringing them here."
Well, I was thinking, where's Durnan? So after she says that, I'm like, okay, well that answers that. I should have fucking given my plate to Cleo.
Does not say anything to that because it's cool. But Mitra,
Mitra, what's your surface
Like a
thoughts?
turtle.
So Mitra is thinking like, this is so much, and how are we gonna get word to those people, and how are we gonna get back out there because there's these things, and we're just keep getting attacked, and so she's starting to freak out just a little bit.
Yeah. Once you, Elminster told me that once you help clear out the first level, there should be more gauntlet coming from throughout the Sword Coast. They're going to help our city, and they're going to help the citizens. And then, again, I can help you as much as I can, but I'm going to watch over this portal.
I think for me, he's going to be thinking about the southern ward and the field wards and what might have happened to them, especially considering they're so far away. And it seems like no one else is here, and hoping that at least some of the other help got sent there to help bring those people in, while we take care of whatever needs to be taken care of here.
Okay.
With my 21 passive insight, is there anything off to me? Okay. Nope.
No, it's more so I've tried to word everything. Okay. It just seems like she's just giving you the information that she knows, but is placating it to the thoughts that you have.
Okay.
If you've ever made it to the Yawning Portal, you know that Bonnie is the best waitress in all of Waterdeep because she always knows what you want, exactly how you want it.
I'm thinking, is it bad time to like order a drink? Is this like, could I mean like?
Are you saying this out loud?
I have.
No, that's what that's my surface thought.
You look rough. I got some Durnan draft for you.
Oh, that would be grand.
Literally brings you around. You drink. You actually heal 1d2 plus 2.
That's
D2.
what Durnin's draft does.
If you so need it.
1d2?
1d. Yep.
Yep.
1d2
Odds are
plus 2.
1, evens are 2.
I don't think I have.
1d4 plus 2. Sorry, not.
Yeah,
one,
oh,
sorry. 1d4 plus 2. My bad. It's half of a healing potion.
And I was gonna say, you haven't seen any other
Yay.
god here, have you?
There's been a lot of word from the other wards. Field ward is fine. Sea ward is empty. North ward is doing good.
South ward.
The southern ward. A lot of it is in ruins.
Do I know how well of a... I know she knows everything, but do I think that she has the ability to communicate?
You don't think she has any... You've never seen her use anything arcane.
Okay.
But she says, I can't tell you if anybody's there. There was a lot of commotion at the docks, I heard.
Then they would clearly see Thormir in my mind.
There's been very few that come through. The most information I got was from Yagra. Said that the watch was protecting the dock ward because people were literally killing each other to try and escape on ships.
Chaos would do that to someone. And that's not much point in thinking about the worst. If we can clear out this first level, then that's what we need to do.
Get on the platform and I'll lower you down. Is there anything you need before you go?
I really want to take another drink because I'm immune to disease, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm paladin, so like, it ain't gonna affect me that much, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I look to think like, oh, maybe I want to buy this up, and then I'm like, I look at it and be like, I'm good.
And with a pull of the lever, you all begin to lower down into the darkness that is Undermountain. The walls of stone slowly moving past as the light from the tavern begins to fade. As the 6 of you begin your mission to clear out the first layer of Undermountain, to start a safe haven for the people of Waterdeep.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's story. Out of play, the first level of Waterdeep is meant for 5th level players.
Oh.
So, 5th level of Undermountain, but yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah,
first level of Waterdeep.
Yeah, first level of Waterdeep.
I don't be like, we just did a 5th level of thing right now.
Yeah, so,
we just did.
But,
like, oh, damn.
Yep. So, thank you so much for joining us for our Canon one-shot, Ruins of Splendor. Thank you to our cast for joining us. So excited to have you at the table. So glad that our first time getting to play together is at the table.
Yes!
And so glad to finally play at this table with you.
Yes. If you haven't already, enter #Eldritch for your chance because we're going to be pulling winners really soon.
Yep.
But just so you guys know, if you guys decided to go towards the Trades Ward and Southern Ward, I'll let you know a little bit about the little personal goals that you want. Your uncle would still be alive, but trapped under rubble, but in a sense that if you remove the rubble, it's one of those, the rubble was keeping him alive situations.
So it's a good thing he's now still there.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that Redder decided to be a hero rather than
made it to the Southern Ward. Your ex-partner...
Don't kill the gays. Don't kill the gays.
Was your ex-partner was in a battle, and you would have come to their aid, and you would have had another Armor, a part of your party, to help. But it would have come with a hellacious battle.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can fight together.
Yeah.
One day we'll get to use those minis.
Hey, it's the only thing y'all were good at.
Oh, we were good at many things.
So, but you got your daughter back.
Yeah.
What was yours?
But she had a secret mission.
Oh.
She may still be on it.
While we wait, which I'm sure I have it by now.
And your goal was the goal of the party.
Yeah.
Was basically help save the city, and yours was to inspire a little bit of personal hope for people, because the gods didn't do this. Yeah.
Potter Davians did. Yeah. Our winner of our $50 Eldritch Foundry gift card is Kapadrazi.
Woo! Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'll be in touch this week to get that to you and get you that so you can make your own mini on Eldritch Foundry, which all of the player minis were done on Eldritch Foundry.
Look at this. I was looking for mine. It's right there.
But thank you all so much for joining us. Everyone, go ahead and just give a quick who you
Socials,
are
yeah,
and where they can find you on the internet, and then we'll sign off from here. So we'll start here.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor to have you both. GM.
Oh yeah,
Thank
and
you
if
so
we're ever
much.
out in San Francisco,
You're
we're
at
gonna,
that table.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah. My name is
Beautiful
Devin.
city.
I am from Total Party Chill, and this is an absolute blast. Thank you so much. You can find me online at Total Party Chill without the vowels.
My name is KP. I go by KPM Studios on all your social medias. You can find me on Twitter primarily. That's where I practically live. It's unhealthy, I know, but there it is. As KP11 Studios, I do many things. Primarily get to play amazing games with amazing, talented people like you all the time. As of right now, I have something working next week, but we don't know when that's going to be announced. So look to our Twitters for that. Outside of that, just keep an eye on Twitter. That's where you'll know.
Hi, I am Jessica Skellington. You can find me on Twitter at Jessica Skell. You can also find me every other Sunday on Chaotic Tiefling playing Alma Verfolkt on Othorian Legends and some other miscellaneous projects here and there.
I am Bailey Jones. I am the technical director for D4. I shoot videos sometimes. I don't do social media, so if you wanted to find me there, I'm sorry. I technically
find
have
him
Instagram.
in real life.
I probably haven't posted
Bailey's
in a year.
like the true heart of D4. We could not do what we do without Bailey. He's the reason we look so good on camera.
Yeah, he's definitely also, shout out to Babs the Bat for manning the helm this week.
Yes, one man.
Taking over Bailey's position.
All right, hello, it's me again. I'm Rhea. You know me. I'm at sunshine_Rhea because Twitter hates me. Keep an eye out on Twitter because I might be doing some other stuff in the next few weeks or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And last but definitely not least.
Hi, my name is Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. I've been Magnus. They didn't been through it. You can catch me everywhere at Critical Bard on all socials except Tumblr, whatever. I'm also doing things still
MySpace,
around.
I can find you there.
MySpace. Ooh, MySpace.
I mean, you can find me on MySpace if you look hard enough. But yeah, I'm doing lots of things.
What's your live journal?
Ew.
I'm a child. I don't know what that means.
Dustin, you're showing our age.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes, definitely check out socials. There are things that are going to be coming up very, very, very soon. But I was happy to be back hanging out with the D4 crew.
Yeah. Be excellent to each other.
May you always roll with advantage. Good night, everybody.